How are you guys? Thank you so much for joining me. Happy, oh God, Monday. I mean, oh gosh, not oh God, Lord. Happy Monday. You know what? I'm going to take a picture of my light and show y'all what I'm dealing with right now. But don't worry, it's been handled. Thank you all so much, all of you who have been donating to NikkiStar Studios upgrade. The computer is still, we're still working on that, but I was able to take care of my light. So this is the last day that I have to deal with this ghetto-ness. And don't worry about this phone. We're getting a new one too. But I have got to show you this nightmare. But we are making it work. We are making it work. This is so embarrassing. Oh my God. My God, today. But how are you guys doing on this Monday? I'm telling you, no day in January feels like an actual day. It just doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's real. That's why I'm like not anxiously waiting, but I'm waiting for February just because I feel like then it's real. This doesn't feel real right now. It just does not feel real right now. And I'm just so like just going through the motions. But February, I feel like that's like, oh, we're back. This is the new year. Well, the new year really isn't until the spring, but that's what I'm waiting for, to at least get some kind of order. And also, there's a lot of things happening in February, like industry wise, and that makes me feel like we're on it. If I'm making any sense. Do you guys feel like that? Because that's how I have been feeling for the past month. I'm trying to get this picture. Did it go to my downloads? You know what? I'll just share it on my. I'm trying to find it, but I do not see it. So I would just share it on. Oh no, here it is. It's so embarrassing. But shout out to electrical tape. That is something that I learned working on set. Is that if anything breaks, get electro. Oh, it's not working. It won't show. I'll just show it on my stories, but if it's not working, get electrical tape. It has really helped me piece this light together and save me from not being able to do anything because I do auditions with this stuff as well. So it has really worked out. So when all else fails, get electrical tape. I have seen audio guys like rig the hell out of mics and booms and all kinds of equipment with electrical tape. Don't say I never told y'all nothing. Anyway, before we get into it, we got a new drink. This is the one I got from Simply Wholesome. I got this in Shirley Temple. Shirley Temple is really polarizing. Like, there's been articles written about it and everything. And I'm like, is it that big of a deal? I mean, I don't think it's bad. It's not their best. But the way people are like writing about Shirley Temple, like they were expecting it to be the greatest Olipop drink. Where does that come from? I didn't expect this, but I got this from Simply Wholesome. I told you, that's where I'm going to go when I want to get my specialty Olipops. Simply Wholesome. That's like my spot. It's a Black-owned market here in LA, and that is where like my family and I go when we want to get top quality Black products concerning our body or our hair. Anyway, let's try it. This is the Pineapple Paradise, the SpongeBob Pineapple Paradise Olipop. This isn't bad either. This is really good. This is really good. Olipop, we doing something. We doing something. Woo! Everybody get up. Let's get into it. This new restaurant, like this, it's called Piscator. It's like a big restaurant, a big fish restaurant, or like pop up in New York, and it's here in LA. And I think I might do it. They just sent me something for it, so that's why I'm mentioning it. I think I might do it. Why not? America's ending. You know, enjoy what's left of it, child. Enjoy what's left of it. Let's get into this episode. Poor Angel. Oh, I just felt so bad for her. This was such a disaster. This was such a disaster. Now, you know, Angel is not my favorite. I'm not talking about Angel off camera. I do not know that lady. Her presence on this show, I have not enjoyed it because it just seems like she does not want to do the show. And if you don't like being at work, I'm not going to like watching you not like being at work. You know what I mean? So I just haven't, I've been checked out of her for a minute. This Colorado trip, I felt bad. She really, really tried. It just did not go as she had hoped. And it doubly sucked because this is a commercial for her business. I don't know if it would necessarily hurt her business, but I don't think these last two episodes helped her business. Poor little Tink Tink. I will say I miss Candace because the way that Giselle has been talking to Angel would have never happened in Candace's presence. And that's what I miss about her because Giselle is just bulldozing this trip, being very mean and nasty to Angel, and nobody is standing up for her, not even Kierna. You know what I mean? And I felt like the way Angel came in ruined any kind of chance of having any relationship with these ladies because she was protecting you, the least you can do is stand up to Gizelle on her behalf, especially if you see your friend breaking down. Like Angel, these last two or three episodes have been on the verge of tears and has cried, right? And you would think that Kiana would step in. But see, here's the thing. I'm not saying that you have to be friends to people only if you want that friendship reciprocated. I will say this: know what you require in a relationship, right? Know what's working for you and what isn't. Yes, you can put yourself out there and be that mama bear and protect your friends. But if you are constantly fighting this friend's battles and they're never checking in on you or even standing up for you or even showing up to or even showing up for you in a way that you have been their safe space, they're showing you that you can be their safe space as well. Again, I'm not saying do these things because you want these things reciprocated. Just do it because it's who you are. But if you are constantly fighting another person's battles, constantly sticking up for them, constantly protecting them, constantly being their safe space and getting nothing in return, that is not a friend. That is a parasite. But I don't know if Angel got the memo because her and Kiana are still like buddy. They're still, teaming up and being like these mean girls. And I'm just like, Angel, did you watch the season? I don't think she did. And we have talked about this before. I think it is imperative for these housewives to watch the season before the reunion and before filming because they miss so much and they go into the next season being unprepared, or the reunion being unprepared for what's coming their way because they did not do their research. That's what happened with Love Island. Remember, that reunion was terrible because nobody watched the show. Nobody knew what was going on. Nobody knew what we, the audience, was upset about. Nobody knew what we, the audience, loved about the show or cheered for them on. Like, they did not watch the show, so they didn't know anything. So all of these questions that Andy was asking, they were just like, I don't know. I didn't watch. So why the hell are we here? Why the hell are we here? If you are not doing your research, why are we, the audience, watching this? Because it's just you being confused and us being annoyed because you don't know what's going on. I think that needs to be their homework for the reunions and for the next season. You have to watch the show. And if you can't watch yourself back, at least on reality TV, then maybe you shouldn't do it. Maybe you shouldn't do it. But I said all that to say I miss Candace because Candace would have said something to Gizelle. Candace would have stood up for Angel. Candace would have just checked Gizelle, not because she just wanted to protect Angel, but because she wanted Gizelle to know, oh, baby, you don't run this. You're not going to take this top spot and think that you can talk down to every girl and it's going to be okay. You are going to have to change your behavior, at least in my presence. And that's what I miss about her, because Gizelle is just being so nasty to Angel and nobody's saying anything. They're only saying it in the confessional. Oh, Gizelle is doing too much. Why didn't you say it right there when Gizelle was doing it? You not interjecting or correcting that behavior makes her think that you agree with that behavior. Keep your confessional if you are not going to say it to her face. I know Candace is protecting her peace and having a really good time off the show, but your presence is missed and needed. So Angel's trying to recover the trip. It is not working. It is not working because every time she speaks, just how she was doing on the plane, Gizelle shuts her down and cusses her out. And she is taking it all in stride, acting like it's a joke, but Gizelle is being very serious and it's completely uncomfortable. Gizelle is just like, oh, well, I'm taking over the trip. We're going to do the 4 seasons and then we're going to eat here and then we're going to do this. And then after that, we're going to leave. And Angel's just like, no, there's something that I have planned. We will get into how poorly planned this trip was, But Angel was just like, no, I have something that I have planned and we are going to do that. And then Giselle goes, well, let the ladies choose. Let the ladies choose what they want to do. And the thing about it is, she has a one up on Angel because she spent all the time with Angel. That is why this group should not have been split up in the first place. So Giselle was privy to how everybody felt and acted like she was coming in to protect everyone from Angel. And because everybody was frustrated with the accommodations, Angel did not get any real backing, not even from Kiana. Where is your sister? I hope she is talking to you and being like, girl, she is not your friend. Friends like Kiana are only friends to you as long as they can benefit from you. When you become a burden, they shut down. They back, not even a burden. When you require their friendship, all of a sudden you can't find them. All of a sudden, you cannot find them. You literally ruined any chances you had on this season with building relationships with these ladies to protect her, and she has yet to speak up for you. All she did in Colorado was cry and whine. And you got pulverized by the HBIC of Potomac. Poor thing. So Giselle makes the ladies choose what they want to do. It was absolutely childish. Angel felt uncomfortable. Everybody was uncomfortable with this interaction, but nobody said anything but Angel. And I'm just like, listen, Angel, if nobody's going to stick up for you, you need to stick up for yourself because you have proven, at least when it comes to Wendy and Stacey, that you know how to clap back. I don't know why you have so much restraint with Giselle. I'm going to remove colorism, right? Because you said on your live, you were just like, I can't believe that people would think that I would be such a way. I was like, oh, well, this is the material that we've gotten, right? So I am not going to say that you are treating Giselle like this because you want to be a part of the Light Skin Brigade or the Jack and Jill's. Side note, speaking of Jack and Jill's, so there's a Jack and Jill chapter out here in LA, and I just was looking into it because there have been some rumblings, especially with my older sister. My older sister's like, they're always trying to recruit her. So I was like, let me just research this since since there are conversations happening about how this would be good for relationships, platonic and romantic. Conversations have been happening about this, right? So I was just like, let me just research it because I don't do, maybe me being a Sag, I don't do nothing before I research it. If I haven't researched it, I will not do it. So I was like, let me just research it. Baby, as soon as I went to that website, I said, yeah, this ain't for me. Nobody was dark on the whole website. Like not one dark-skinned Black person. On the entire website, everybody was light. It was a whole website of Steph Curry's. I was just like, yeah. I'm not even going to try to apply, child. Are there where is the dark skin Jack and Jill chapter? Because listen, if I want to live out here, I want to make relationships with the upper echelon, the bougie Blacks. I like a little mixture. You know what I mean? I got enough hood LA friends. I want a little mixture, right? And so I checked that website out. I'm just like, yeah, I got to find something else. You have to have something else besides actor friends, because what people don't realize in LA, these starlets or whatever, they really do not have the power. The natives have the power here. So my family and I are trying to expand our relationships to more LA natives as we continue to, plant roots here in LA. And I was just like, yeah, I won't be going through Jack and Jill. Listen, Jack and Jill, the stereotypes are true. There was not one dark skin, but is everybody in LA light? Is that a thing? It's like LA, the Blue Vein Society. What is going on here? That was insane. Anyway, but I digress. Digress. I will say this. I don't know why she does not go after Giselle. I don't want to say it's colorism because you said that's not what it is. and you are not bowing down to her because she is the right kind of black with a pedigree. You're going to have to give us something. You're going to have to explain something to us at the reunion, because we know you got it in you, because we've seen it with Stacey, but even more with Wendy. You didn't let up on her, and then you just made a turn out of nowhere at the Colorado trip. But you made it very clear that you know how to pipe back and you don't need any help. But when it comes to Gizelle, for some reason, she is just able to break you down. And it is very odd to see. That's why it looks like colorism, right? Because you can. Is it xenophobia? Like what is it, girl? You gotta name it. It's just weird. You're like vying for this lady's attention and approval for what? I haven't seen anything this season where you guys have had like any kind of interaction that would make you so respectful to her. Maybe y'all can tell me. It's just very, very, very odd how she deals with Gizelle. Having defended Angel, I wanted to start off there defending her because I don't like how she's being treated. She is not protected. Here's the thing. I feel like the only person who would be obligated to protect her is Kierna, because that is her friend, and Angel has these poor relationships with everybody in the cast because of Kierna. I understand why other people in the group are not coming to protect Angel, because Angel was not nice when she entered into the group. So they don't feel obligated to protect someone who was not welcoming to them. And for, half of the cast was very nasty. So I don't expect them to jump in to protect her. I do expect that from Kierna, but she just did not get any of that. And that is where my sympathy for Angel ends. Because this was a terrible trip, sister. You have to explain to us, maybe on a live after the reunion or at the reunion. I hope you get a minute to explain what happened, because this just, we've never, listen, this isn't Scary Island, Real Housewives of New York. It's up there. It's up there. You have these ladies 2 hours away from everything, in the boonies, no water. Electricity is all over the freaking place. They have spent the entire trip in a car. All of your excursions are 2 hours, an hour and a half away from everything. Why did you have them so far away from everything? And why did you split up the group? If this is on production, I know you won't. If you want to get another season, you probably won't tell us that it was on production, right? Find a way to get us this information, because I'm trying to help you save your business, because this wasn't a good look. This was not a good look. You look like you did not know what you were doing, and to ask people for $10,000 for this excursion, I don't think you can ask for that now. So if I were you, I would get ahead of it, because this was just poorly planned. And I just, for the life of me, cannot understand how production let you tank this. It's just not making sense to me, unless you have a very tense relationship with production, because I saw so many holes that production could have filled, but they didn't. And I'm like, why though? That just did not make sense to me. And unfortunately for you, Gizelle comes in and looks like a savior, because she takes them from this pedestrian cabin in the woods with no water to this beautiful suite at the Four Seasons that had enough rooms for everyone. And the ladies loved it. That didn't help your case, because they loved it. They were all talking about how they were so happy that they could bathe. So that lets me know the events that Angel had for them while they were staying in that pedestrian cabin, they were funky. They were all dirty, because when they got to the Four Seasons, everybody kept on talking about how they were so happy that they could bathe. So this was really that bad. I thought the water cut in and out. I didn't know they didn't have any more water. Monique was like, "Oh, look at me. I'm glowing because I was able to bathe." I'm like, "Oh my God, y'all was filming? Y'all was in hair and makeup stinking?" Jazzy was like, "I took 3 showers and a bath." So they really were not cleaning themselves. Oh, this was so bad, Angel. Oh, girl, this was so bad. And again, it did not help you that Giselle came in with the Four Seasons, and because they loved it. And because they loved their accommodations, it made anything that you were going to do after even harder, right? Because not only are they at the Four Seasons, they're in the mix of Aspen, right? They're like, there's everything at their fingertips. There's shopping, there's food, there's fun stuff to do. They're not stuck in the woods somewhere. So whatever you have planned no longer looks interesting because they're staying at this very expensive and bougie 9-star, 10-star hotel. And then they're smack dab in the middle of Aspen with all the booming nightlife and shopping and eateries. So you're kind of screwed in that situation. And although Giselle is being a complete bully, you got to give her some points because it looks as if she came in and saved this trip that just got away from you. Again, I do not understand why they spent the majority of their time in the car. And that makes me question Wanderlust because I'm just like, is this what the people are? You know what? Let's look up Wanderlust. Let's look up Wanderlust and let's see what they offer. You know what? I'm gonna share my screen because let's look them up. Let's look them up and see what they got going on. Oh, wait a minute. This don't seem like this is Angel. What is it called? Wanderlust Outdoors. Okay. Let's bring this up because, girl, we got to figure out what's going on here. We got to figure out what's going on. Cause this not making no sense. All right, let me share my screen. Come on down, Angel, for 1 second. Okay. This is it, y'all. So we're in. Okay. Oh, I'm about to say, why is everybody Caucasian? Okay, we got the husband. We got Mr. Fine. Let's look at the okay, this is their video. She's very chill. Let's look at the about us. Ethos. Did I? No, this ain't me, y'all. I'm clicking on it. Oh, we got astrology at the top. Why want it? Okay, let me just go to the team. Okay. I can't click on the ethos. Angel, what the hell is going on with this website? Oh my gosh. Oh, this is not me, y'all. Who is Nick? I can't click on anything. Oh, read our ethos. Maybe, you know what? Is it not ready? Maybe it's not ready. That's okay. Oh, I shouldn't have did this. Ugh. I'm gonna go on my phone. Maybe it's my computer, Angel. Okay. We got a fly fishing experience, private water fly fishing, public water fly fishing. What's included in Wanderlust Outdoors fly fishing experience? Boots, fly rod and reel, waters or waders, terminal tackle, flies, and refreshment. Half day fishing. Our half day trips, you'll have an awesome time wading or walking. I'm not from Colorado. Is this like a big deal up there? The fishing? The experiences include your guide, boots, all that stuff, refreshments. You can expect personalized refreshments throughout the morning, afternoon, and evening. Half day trips are up to 4 hours. We got a full day. You do all the wading in the water. You get boots. Oh, a gourmet lunch from Saltcraft Meat Market and a cooler full of refreshment. Full day trips last more than 6 hours. Now, let me tell you something. I will say this. She got me on the food. She got that food looks delicious. Let me see if the photo gallery will come up. I can't even get the photo gallery. Maybe is it me? Maybe it's me, child. You know, let me hold on. I'm gonna make sure it's me. Wanderlust. Cause I can't click on nothing. Oh, okay. Food and fire experience. Come with us on a culinary adventure as taste, smell, sight, and sensory unite to create an unforgettable experience. On this culinary experience, you'll be joined by Wonderland Outdoor co-founder, former Bronco, and 10-year NFL vet chef Bobby Massey. Oh, Bobby cooks? He's a chef? He brings together fire, farm, and field to charm your taste buds as he cooks over an open fire. Dine on fire made soul food against backdrops of the majestic Rockies. Angel, this sounds nice. Who knew that Bobby cooked? Was he the one that cooked that wood fire salmon on a plank? We work individually with each client to prepare a bespoke menu created to their preferences. Oh, smoked rainbow trout as a starter. Bali spice snapper with some lemongrass, some fire grilled prawns, brown butter, dirty rice. Yeah, okay. Smothered greens, dessert bourbon maple pears with brown sugar, chantilly cream and brown butter. Oh, this. Wait a minute. Wait. Hold on. I may do this if I could supply my own transportation. Let me see, May 1st. So I wanted to May 1st through one of those. Private dining upgrade. Oh, wait. The food and fire experience is just 100. Oh, 1,000. Oh. Let me read this menu again. Starters. What do we get? Come with us on a culinary adventure. On this culinary, he brings together. We were okay. So this is for one person. It's what y'all think? menu before $1,000. You know what? Y'all too rich for me. Y'all are too rich for me. Let me do some hiking. Let's do the mindful hiking. The dinner sounds delicious, but I mean, does Bobby have a Michelin star to be charging people $1,000? Okay. So this is the mindful hiking experience. Two to four people. Ignite your senses. Invite your entire being to be invigorated. Did Chat GPT write this, girl? And relax all at once. Imagine yourself in the mountains of Colorado, surrounded by a chorus of songful birds, burbling rivers, and rustling aspen. This is more than a hike. It's an opportunity to reconnect with nature, immerse your sense in the world you've forgotten. Come along with hiking, meditation guide, and a certified Kripalu mindful outdoor guide. Mindful outdoor guide, Angel Massey. What the hell is a Kripalu? Angel, why didn't you tell us none of this? I'm just finding out that Bobby is a chef. What's a Kripalu? I know a crib. What's a Kripalu? Compassionate, kind, a path of yoga. What? So it's yoga? She a Kripalu? She a yoga guide. When were you? Did y'all know this? You'll begin in the morning with centering and breath work, then move mindfully across the land. After a relaxing hike through the forest, we'll find a spot to sit and meditate using your five senses as a guide. You'll then learn to saunter on the land like the animals do, leaving the human world behind and relieving the stresses of the modern world. After, we'll convene with a group talk around the fire where you're invited to briefly share your experience or mindfully listen as stories are told. Local Colorado brewed tea and refreshments to end the experience. We offer full and half-day hikes for all experience levels in the iconic Rocky National Park, the Boulder Flatirons, Eagle County. Girl, do you know where these places are? What are the refreshments? $125 per person. But it says your price $250. Why the hell do I gotta pay for two adults? That's not bad. That's not bad. No shade. I don't know if I'll give Bobby $1,000. I feel like I gotta get that to chefs. Is he a real chef? No shade, Bobby, because if you cook that salmon, you might got a little something in your future. But I would much rather eat the food from Darren, that guy, the one that they never got to. Let me. Oh, you know what? It's 1,000 because of the days. I did the day. Let me. Hold on. Let me. What if it's just one day? I'm going to do one day. Okay. This isn't bad. Now, this is, I think you can recover. Let me go back to the food. Okay, I'm at outdoor. Let me go back to food and fire. Because I think she can recover. Hold on, Angel. I'm glad we did this. So this is $300 for trail riding. Experience the heart of Colorado's Western culture and breathtaking beauty of the Rockies on horseback. Join us at the Brown Family Ranch, where you'll ride through the fields, blanketed in wildflowers and beneath vast mountain draped skies, guided by our skilled, welcoming wranglers. Whether you're a first timer or an experienced rider or a wrangler, our experts are pairing you with the perfect horse. That's nice. Why choose a trail ride with us? Ride through the stunning natural landscapes, rich with Colorado's iconic mountain scenery. Perfect for special moments like proposals, birthday. Okay. The age requirement is 13 years. Full day. Price is wait a minute. Why is it 600 per person? Oh, for a full day. Well, what is this, a half day? Oh, a full day upgrade for 600. That isn't bad either. Oh, Angel, we got to turn this around. Packing suggestions, boots. Oh, you got to provide the boots, sunscreen, sunglasses, bug spray, camera. But y'all going to feed us, right? Refreshments. What are the refreshments? Oh my God, we got Native American people here. I know that's right. Public water fly. Angel, we can turn this around. This ain't bad. This ain't bad. Let me go back to Bobby's, because I might take that experience. If that man cooked that fish, food and fire. Did y'all know that Bobby was a chef? Bobby Massey, right? Former Bronco Chef Bobby Massey. Why was this never mentioned? Or maybe I missed it. And listen, Bobby, if you're going to be making people food, you got to be a little bit more personable. Okay, Saturday, one adult. That's not bad. Now, $250 for all of this. Smoked rainbow trout with a meze crudité, grilled snapper bites, stuffed fire grilled tiger prawn, tiger shrimp, brown butter dirty rice. What the hell is that? I got to get my hands on. That's not bad at all. With a nice little scenery. And this is for July. The July starters: charred sourdough bread with bone marrow, grilled wagyu tomahawk. Girl, wait a minute, Angel. You might get a customer out of me. You might get a customer out. So this is the thing. This is why you need to do your own research. Because I didn't watch somebody else's video and they said that this trip was $10,000. It is not. This is good pricing. We got to give her another chance. We gotta give her another chance. This ain't bad. Let me bring my little let me go and get me a little outdoorsy African American and go on these little trips, fly fishing with my Black American king. Now let me see. Okay. We're going to see if it'll click on. Okay. Nick Hall. He's the fly fishing guide. I don't remember him. Was that the weirdo that was at the event? I don't remember this guy. Let me know, y'all. Lisa Chow. There she is. Oh, okay. Alternative. Okay, everybody is welcome. Emma Brown. There she is. Okay. Fijian. Emma Brown is the founding guide. Oh, she's from Colorado. Okay, so they got people who do this. Oh, this Angel, yeah, I'm doing a better commercial than you did. We can turn this around. Sorry, family, y'all want to do a trip? Y'all want to do a Wanderlust trip? Cam Connor. These are not the weirdos that we saw, guys. Who were those people, and why did you, Angel? You should have invited these people. The people that actually work at Wanderlust. That would have been great. Not those mean guys. Nope, I don't remember him either. Elin, fly fishing. Learning fly fishing from a Black dude. What an interesting experience. I say this as someone from the North. I don't know if that could be normal where you're from. Please don't jump me, Black people from South Kakalaki. I'm from Philly. Alan Campbell, don't remember him. Another fly fishing guide. Austin Campbell, the brother of Alan Campbell, probably. No, I don't remember that guy either. Oh, he's a cutie too. I know that's right. I love a big black nose. Love it. Uh, African American, especially on the man. Mm, mm. Okay, and then we have Bianca, the movement guide. I know that's right, Bianca. Bianca is an indigenous and Chicano woman, a yoga guide and a passionate advocate for accessible. Angel, we can turn this around. We can turn this around, Angel. This is not bad. It's cute. It's affordable. Interesting. We have indigenous people working there, alternative people working there, loads of black men, ladies. My God, today, this is not bad. Why didn't you do this on the show? Angel Massey. The Masseys, come here. Let me help you. Let me help you, Masseys. Let me help you. That was very affordable, y'all. That was very affordable. I think I might do it. I think I might do that dinner. Chantilly cream. What the hell is that? I think I might do that dinner. But they don't do any accommodations. Now, Angel, how far are these experiences from the nightlife? Because I want to stay at the Four Seasons. So how far is this stuff? And do I have to get there? Now, that's the thing. Are these events just for locals? Because then you have to let me know. Like that, if I have to get accommodations, I have to find out where I want to stay. And then I'm going to have to get my own rental and make sure nobody drops the location to me. I want you to write it down. Don't give me the coordinates. I'll figure it out myself, me and Apple Maps or maybe Waze. But this was not bad. Why didn't you do that on the show? Are you in production beefing? Are you in production beefing? Girl, child, let's get back to the review. We're about to go to Colorado. I'm going to go. $250 for all that food? $250 for all that food? We got to go before they raise the prices, child. In a nice location? Oh, I'm going. I am going. So I will say, when the ladies thinking about that food, Angel, this is a poorly planned trip, but Wanderlust is not a bad business. I think you have something there you can recover. The problem is all of your excursions are too far from where you had your guests stay. And that was one of the main issues, the distance. And then we have to deal with the fact that you split up the cast. So you made the crew, production and the crew do double the amount of work. So maybe that's why nobody really wanted to help you, because everybody was kind of probably pissed off at you for making these choices. And I think the trip being so poorly and you not having as much help as probably another housewife would have had, it's probably because you split up the group. And for whatever reason why you said had to stay home with Bobby and the kids, I get it. But you have to show up at work in a way where you want to make friends and you want people to want to root for you, to want to want you to win, and will go above and beyond. Because here's what I will say about these housewives. A lot of them nasty, terrible egos. You come in and you're that nice one to everybody. That's the one that everybody is going to work with to make sure they win and protect. Them other housewives, them nasty ones, they can't wait to talk to a blogger about how terrible you are. So you have to also show up for not just your cast that you're working with, but also the crew, because those are the people who are going to make you look good or bad. And it seems like y'all did not get along on this trip, so they did not come in and help you, because it does not make any sense that this trip has so many holes, especially where those holes were supposed to be filled by production. But the way the ladies are making it seem, they're making it seem like where you had them at was the trenches, where they could not bathe. I also want to say this. Why do you have them fly fishing at noon? Oh, wait, at 1:30, and they got a flight 2 hours away that leaves at 5 p.m. What happened, mama? Why are we doing any excursion on the day that we're leaving? I think the only thing should have probably been a dinner somewhere close to the Four Seasons. If not, like Giselle said, and maybe you didn't want to do it because you were upset with Giselle. I get it. But Giselle was like, let's just eat here. We got this nice suite. You could have brought that chef and homegirl thickness that works for Wanderlust. You could have brought them to the Four Seasons suite and had them set up and make dinner and make brunch there. Why not do that? It seems like you just didn't know how to pivot. That's concerning. Now listen, it's more concerning if I'm giving you a couple thou. If I'm giving you $250, I'm not gonna be too much of a stickler. You know what I mean? I was a real stickler when I thought this was a couple grand for all of these events. But now I know that they affordable, especially on Afterpay. Girl, you can recover, mama. You can recover. But we need to know why production lets you sink like this. This is unheard of, especially for a newbie housewife. This is very, 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 very weird. Outside of production, where is she at? Outside of production, when you sat down and planned out this trip, did you not map it out? Because for me, that's the first thing I do. I'm lying. Second thing. First thing is accommodations. I need to find out where I'm staying. When I find out where I'm staying, then I start looking for local excursions. I don't want to go too far. My bestie, we went to Mexico for his birthday, and like his birthday dinner was like 45 minutes away. Oh, he said he will never do that again because everybody was just like, yo, who wants to be in a car for 45 minutes in Mexico? We want to be in the streets having fun, especially in Puerto Vallarta, so I would never plan for us to be traveling that far or that long unless we're doing the dinner on a boat. Like, who books excursions so far away from where you're staying? I just can't believe, as a woman, especially for a girls trip, that's the first thing we do. That's like one of the big things that we do is map out the excursions. We map out the excursions. We map out the shopping. We map out the eating. We map out the spa. If it's not included with our accommodations, girl, this was just very poorly planned. Lesson learned. I think you can recover, like I said before, but this was just crazy because it's not normal for a girls trip, and it's extremely odd for a business owner to plan your business like your business is planning. Why? So many unanswered questions. Let's move on from Angel and let's talk about my girl Stacey. I was disappointed in my girl Stacey this episode. There was Stacey, it felt as if he was trying to get a moment, right? Because it didn't make any sense for you out of the blue to just look at Jazzy and be like, well, Jazzy, I was upset that you were chatting it up with Charisse. What? Jazzy was like, huh? Everybody was caught off guard. And so Stacey was upset with Jazzy because Jazzy was talking to Charisse, and Jazzy is just like, well, what did I do? Like, she was at an event that I was at, and we were talking. And Stacey was just like, well, she called me all of those names, and I don't want my friend talking to her. And then Jazzy was just like, huh, interesting. You're correcting me and checking me for that minuscule moment, but I have been able to move past a huge issue with you where you didn't even want to come to my wedding. And Stacey's like, what are you talking about? Not knowing that Wendy had already told Jazzy that that Stacey was not going to come had she not been pressured by Wendy and Ashley. So they get into it because Jazzy is just like, well, listen, you're mad at me about that, but I was able to move on for that because I was able to move on from you not wanting to come to my wedding. So if we're going to do tit for tat, let's do tit for tat. Then Wendy jumps in. Wendy, I agree with her. I just still feel like she was putting 20 on 10. Because this is my thing. If this is your friend, right, that y'all say y'all friends, there's a different way that you approach your friend, especially in a time of conflict, because you want to maintain this friendship. The way Wendy was moving, I was just like, do you really want to maintain this friendship? Or do you want to maintain this friendship and put Stacey in a position where she's your flunky? Because I got to say, I've never seen Wendy treat anybody like that. Not even Giselle. Not even Robin. So I was just like, although I agree with Wendy and Jazzy, I couldn't understand Wendy's energy. It was very weird to me. And I was just like, Stacey is wrong. I do not agree with her. She doesn't deserve that. She did not deserve to be treated like that from Wendy. Now, whatever heat Jazzy gave her was absolutely warranted. Stacey came at Jazzy out of the blue. It made no sense. Listen, if you wanted to have a moment, you should have let Jazzy know, because she felt caught off guard by her friend and she didn't like it. And here's the thing, Jazzy, if you felt some sort of way about her only coming to your wedding because she felt pressured by Wendy, then you should have said something. Don't hold on to a dagger and then whip it out when you got a little opportunity. That also causes conflict in the friendship as well. But Wendy starts going back and forth with Stacey, and she's just like, I told you that you were going to look crazy if you didn't go to your friend's wedding. And then when Wendy keeps on reiterating the story, it just starts to dig and dig and dig at Jazzy. And because Jazzy was getting upset, I thought that Stacey was going to apologize. Stacey then says, well, me and you weren't talking, so that's why I wasn't really pressed to go to your wedding. And Jazzy's just like, what are you talking about? Stacey's just like, well, you were recording me and I had a problem with that. Now, Stacey, y'all both adults. If you didn't like what she did and you were holding that over her head and being like, that's why I'm not going, that's why I'm not thinking about going to your wedding, then you need to communicate. Y'all are adults. Y'all have got to communicate, because both Stacey and Jazzy are throwing back daggers at each other, and each person, the friends, are each shocked by the accusations. Then what kind of friends are y'all if y'all not talking about any kind of issues? Are y'all just getting your nails done and drinking champagne? That's not a friendship. Y'all just co-workers. So y'all really starting to blur the lines between friends and co-workers. Let's fix the definition, so you guys won't be here anymore, because this argument did not make any sense. And Stacey, you started it. You my girl, but you started that. And if anything, if we're talking about a wedding, I feel like Jasmine got more of a right to have a little alt with Stacey than Stacey got with Jasmine. Because a wedding, especially a little expensive wedding where people got to pay for your plates and all that stuff, I didn't know about that. I didn't go to somebody's wedding because I didn't, I was back in the day before my brain was fully developed. They were mad at me. And I was just like, what are you mad about? I couldn't make it. And they were just like, yeah, well, you told me too late. And I had already paid for you. And I was like, paid? They were just like, yes, you have to pay for every person that eats. Like table settings, food and things. And I did not know that. So I felt really, really bad because I didn't understand. Now that I know that, like, not only are you invited to that person's wedding, they want you to RSVP because they're paying for you to be at their wedding. I didn't know. I figured that out when I was a young girl. That's when my friends started getting married real early, the church ones. And so I didn't know how things went. Now I understand. And now that I had the understanding, Jazzy has more of a right to be mad than Stacey. Jazzy was just like, she was at an event that everybody was at, and I was just chatting it out with her. Basically saying, I'm talking to this lady because the cameras is on her. You know what I'm doing. So why are you sitting over here acting like I'm slighting you when you know that I'm doing what everybody else is doing? We're filming a TV show. So if the camera is on this lady, I'm going to talk to this lady, because that's how we all get paid, by being in every episode. I hate when the ladies try to stop somebody check or act like they don't know how the show operates when they get into their feelings. Now she's crossing the line because she's giving her number to Sharice or whatever. Did she really get that lady her number? You really got to find out what is the truth of a scene before you get your panties in a bunch, Stacey. I ain't never had an issue with you all season, so I'm gonna let this one slide because you've been a stellar performer. But coming at the Jazzy was crazy. I couldn't rock with you on that one, especially after she forgave you. And I felt like your violation of Jazzy was much, much bigger, and you should probably eat this one. You going back and forth with her and trying to stab each other even deeper. I did not even think that this should have evolved into that. It did not seem like that big of a deal. And you guys were having a good time. And it just seemed like you just found a reason to poke and just mess up the vibe. And that absolutely sucks. Bringing up old issues when you're trying to deal with a current one, not a good look, Stacey. This one is on you. Stick a pin in that. Bold face liar was lying the entire season. And because she was lying so much, she couldn't keep up with her lies. Ashley was sitting in that van with Monique and Giselle. She forgot that she didn't tell Monique certain parts of her story about Chris and Stacey sleeping together. She's a liar. This did not happen. This is something that Ashley and Cookie and her demonic titties cooked up to try to go after Stacey because Ashley does not have anything going on. My issue with Monique is that she never realizes when she's getting played. Like, you are still, Monique is digesting this information from Ashley and being like, oh, well, she could have just, Stacey could have just said something. They're both lying. They're both acting really weird. Why are you listening to this lady when she told you a completely different story from the first time that she told you about this alleged affair with Stacey and Chris? Why are you taking anything that she says for face value and you know that she's a liar? She lied on you. Allegedly. But I'm just like, why are you even digesting this? Because now she's bringing the story again, but the story didn't change so much. It shocked Giselle. And Giselle tried to come in and help her, but Giselle was just like, no, you told something different. And then she's like, I can't believe Ashley said that. She didn't tell Monique. Well, she told me. No, she didn't. You're protecting your friend because she's a liar. Monique, your last reunion was sickening. You better come back and top that. I don't have any faith that you will. But my God, today, please clock when people are playing you. It is so exhausting to watch you be so dense. All the time. All the time. Let's do better. But Ashley was absolutely lying to Monique. And the thing about it is, I don't know why Ashley and Giselle continued this Stacey and Chris nonsense because it hasn't landed yet. We're in the season finale. It's still not landing. Let it go. Let it go. You need to be demoted, Ashley. You really gave us nothing. So now we have to go back to, oh my God, today. She's having a terrible time. So the ladies are driving to the next excursion, which is an hour and a half away. Giselle notices that the time is going up. Because they're driving and they're just like, no way, we still have an hour left until we get there. And Giselle is like, it seems like the time is going up. Then we cut to Angel's car and Angel is lost to her own event. She says somebody gave her a pin of the location and it was on the other side of town. I think somebody is production. I'm not saying it was a setup. It absolutely could be. Because how did production have the right address to take the entire cast to? How did your wanderlust planner have the correct address? How did the chef have the correct address? How did Everybody had the correct address but you. Who sent you the address? If it was production, could absolutely be a setup. If it were you or Bobby, very poor planning, mama. Very poor planning. But again, you can recover from this. You got the coins. I think you and Bobby should be the face of Wanderlust and you hire somebody else to run it. Because I think you just got a lot going on. And I think this is your baby and you want to hold close to it. And also it's probably fairly new, but you probably should get somebody who has the skills, right? Somebody who wants to do something like this, somebody who has the mental capacity, the time to do something like this. You seem to have a lot going on, and maybe the planning of this isn't for you. You could be the one that puts the events together and the experiences, and then have somebody else doing the time setups, uh, giving out the location, communicating with your guests. Somebody else needs to do that. I don't think you're the one to be able to do that. And that's okay. Some people are just the creatives like me. That's fine with just being a creative, right? You are the face of Strong J, but there's a whole other team running it. And that is okay. Anyway, we see that Angel is frustrated because she is lost. She got the wrong location. Now, let me tell you something. Tia and Kiana were riding for her, but Tia was getting frustrated. When Tia found out that they were going in the wrong direction, she was like, oh dear. Tia was being as supportive as she could, but when she found out they were lost, Tia had enough. Tia had enough. I will say, Angel, I wish they would have made it to that excursion. That food looked delicious. That chef was putting his whole behind into that meat. The potatoes, oh, I could taste the potatoes through the screen. Everything looked delicious. I will give you that. But it was just poorly planned and poorly put together. And I just don't understand. It's so many holes. It does not make any sense how everybody had the location but you. That's so weird. So as the ladies realize that they are nowhere near the location, they're all like, let's pull over, let's get something to eat because we're going to be in here for a very long time. And they also wanted to go to the bathroom. So as they get out or whatever, they're at the gas station getting their little snacks. They sit down. Angel calls them and they're just like, well, we still got a lot more time left. So we just wanted to get out, take a break before we get in the car for like another hour. And Angel's just like, oh, okay, great. And they're like, well, where are you? Because they see the Angel still in the car. And they're like, if you are the one who was putting this together, why are you still driving there? And then Angel tells them, and I'm like, Angel, why would you tell them? Angel tells them that she is much later than them. So they're probably going to get there before her because she got the wrong directions. That's all Giselle needed. Giselle was like, and listen, Giselle had something to work with. Giselle was just like, you're hosting this. How are we getting to the event before you? Like, what do you mean you're lost? What do you mean you're 2 hours out? We have flights. And then I think Ashley was just like, listen, if we leave now and get there, we will get there at like almost 2:00. You probably won't even get there till 3. And we have to leave at 5. And that place is 2 hours away. We're going to call it here. I think that was the smartest decision because changing all of those flights is a nightmare. Is a nightmare. And then these ladies planned their time around this trip. They got to get back to their kids. They got to get back to them husbands. They got to get back to their lives. So although it was terrible for Angel, I think the ladies made the right choice. They were just like, girl, no, we got to go. Like, this is absolutely ridiculous that we are still traveling. Angel, why do they spend so much time of your trip in a car. This doesn't make sense, guys. Lesson learned, though. Lesson learned, but it just does not make sense. So now that the ladies have decided that they're not going, they're eating gas station food and having a good time, eating gas station pizza, reminiscing about the Four Seasons. And then we get back to Angel, Tia, and Kieran in the car, and Angel is just crying because she screwed up. She screwed up and she feels bad. And the women are giving her a hard time. Understandable, but they can absolutely let up. But it's very hard for followers to let up when the leader of the pack is like turning the knife in to Angel's back. Like, you know, Giselle is being very loud about her disappointments. Everybody's echoing that. Kiana did absolutely nothing. Like, Kiana is on the phone while Giselle is cussing her girl out, and Kiana is saying nothing. But in her confessional, Kiana is like, Giselle, like, you don't have to be like that. Like, it's not that deep. Say that to her face, because your bestie is sitting in the driver's seat, bawling her eyes out because she feels like garbage. I don't get this, man. I do not get this. And also, the timing of this whole trip didn't make any sense, because I hate that you gave Giselle so much ammo. If y'all would have stayed at the Four Seasons, y'all could have made the trip and all left together at the same time and left the excursion to go to the airport at the same time. But because you wanted to go home and you didn't want to do the traveling from your home all the way to the Four Seasons, this is what happened. And this is why you all should have been together. But you did not stay with the ladies because you didn't want to. And this is a part of the job. And if you do not like your coworkers, then you're going to have to find another job. And that's okay. Housewives is not for everybody. We've all had a one season wonder. And a lot of them have left on their own record, because it's just like, this is not for me. You got to like these people a little bit, or to check even more to do this. And you don't like these ladies, Angel. So you should probably bow out or turn up if you get another season. We will see, child. We will see. So anyway, after the ladies decide that they are not going, then we get the Wendy and Stacey confrontation. Wendy has calmed down now, and basically she is just letting Stacey know, we're your friends, right? Not saying it out plainly, but this is what she's saying to her. We're your ride or dies in this group. Nobody else got your back like me and Jazzy. Why are you creating issues with us when we're your clique? We're the ones riding for you. Why are you fighting with us? And why are you fighting so hard with us? And then Stacey was just basically saying she was more or less hurt by Wendy because she didn't like Wendy being, getting real buck with her. I can agree. But Wendy is just like, well, you were lying. And I didn't like that you were lying because you're lying on me. But Wendy also didn't reveal the reason why she didn't like Stacey lying on her is because she told Jazzy what Stacey said. So that's another part. Y'all going back doing all this talking, and now you are acting extra hype because you told Jazzy what it was. And you don't want to look like a liar. So you're cussing out Stacey, but Stacey is unaware of a conversation that transpired between you two. But they were able to talk it out, and Stacey was just like, I didn't like how you talked to me. And Wendy was just like, I didn't mean to talk to you like that, but I was just really frustrated with you because it was bizarre, Stacey. It was absolutely bizarre to out of nowhere start a beef with Jazzy. It was weird. Wendy didn't like it. Jazzy didn't like it because these women are riding for you. And then Jazzy is sitting there crying, rehashing her issues with Stacey in front of these group of women who don't like Stacey. And I'm just like, guys, this isn't going to be healed, right? Because y'all keep on throwing shots at each other. Now, Jazzy and Stacey aren't in a good place. They all sit down with the ladies. Jazzy tells the ladies what happened. So now you got Ashley and Giselle going, yeah, you're right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's how she is. I told y'all. And then Wendy jumping in, Stacy, I don't like how you do. It's just like, listen, your girl was wrong. I will give you that. You think in front of her enemies is the perfect time to correct her? Of course she's going to be upset. Of course Stacy is going to take her little stick and stone Polly Pocket body to the production man and get her luggage out and travel with another production man because she doesn't want to be around y'all. Was she wrong? Absolutely. You still could have protected your friend. I understand where Jazzy is coming from. I understand exactly where Wendy is coming from. And although Stacey is wrong, I understand where she's coming from. And the thing about it is, it could all be resolved so quickly. It was resolved with Wendy and Stacey. They ended up apologizing to each other, but Stacey and Jazzy did not fix it. And that's unfortunate. That's unfortunate because I felt like Stacey should have been the one to give Jazzy an olive branch since she came out of nowhere after her. And I was just like, Stacey, this is very weird. Where is she at? My God, today, is she a little spitfire? My God, today, when she gets pissed off, because she had her glasses on, and she said, let's talk about how you weren't coming to my wedding until Wendy forced you. Jazzy, we got to have the in-between. You go 0 to 100 real quick. And she gets, girl, hold on. We're not there yet. My God, today, she is a little spitfire. Very sensitive lady. Very sensitive lady. She's still good TV, and I do like her being on the show. But I'm disappointed that Jazzy and Stacey to this day have not made up. Hopefully, we can get some resolution at the reunion. I will say this: we get a little snippet about in this episode of Giselle talking about her mother and how all the stuff that happens with her dad. She's just like, she wants her mom to have everything together because she doesn't want to go through the same thing with her father that she will she doesn't want to go through that with her mom because it was hell what she went through with her dad. And then we saw this scene. I don't ever remember seeing Giselle's mom, but I will say the scene that we saw with Giselle and her mom and the way Giselle talked about her mom explained everything about Giselle to me. I watched that and I was like, oh, okay, I got it. And I don't think I need to explain any further. I said, oh, there it is. Makes sense. Makes sense. Clear as day. Now we get into the wrap-ups. Speaking of Giselle, her wrap-up is she lost the battle over her father's will. Absolutely sucks. I have been there. I told you about the situation with my grandmother and how I have not. All I have is my face. That is the only memory I have of my grandmother. And that's the one who introduced me to La Crusade and Ruffoni and Stove and all the really nice cookware because she was a caterer. So that was hard. That's still a hard thing to even think about to this day, that all of her possessions and the monies that she would have left to us, as she did, went to her partner who did not like my family. And very similar situation with Giselle. And it's just it's a hurt piece. Please, elders, have your affairs in order. If not, you're going to make it hell for the people who love you and who are going to have to take care of all of these things that you did not put together in time. Even if you think you have all the time in the world, still get your affairs in order. Because you just never know. You just never know. So unfortunately for her, she lost the battle over her father's will and lost any access to his possessions or inheritance for her and her children and that terrible woman. But I hate that for her. Wendy's wrap up hurt me the most. For her wrap up to just be her and Eddie got locked up for fraud and are facing 15 years. Wendy, you can't do time. You can't 15 years. Take a plea deal. Take a plea. If you don't feel like you could win this, take a plea deal. I will say she has good lawyers. So this stuff could be dropped. All of this could be dropped because she has very great lawyers who can poke holes in the prosecution's case. So I'm holding out hope for Wendy. Ashley, wrap up was nothing, just like her contribution throughout the entire season. She needs to be demoted to friend of. Ashley doesn't have anything to share. That's why you're a main brick holder, because you have something to share. You have a storyline that we're interested in seeing. She has been a friend of, performing as a friend of, being a main brick holder for at least 4 seasons. It's over. It's done. Gollum is no longer there. So there's no more of a storyline. She needs to be demoted to friend of. She served absolutely no purpose this season. Angel. Here's the thing. I want everybody to come back. Here's why I want everybody to come back, because I want to see all of the ladies. I want to see them interact with Karen, especially Angel and Karen. I want to see what that relationship is going to be. I would love for everybody to come back. I don't know if the network is going to offer Angel another season of Holding a Brick, or if Angel's going to walk away. Who knows? But it doesn't seem like she's going to make it back to Potomac, because her and Bobby are still in Colorado. And she did say that, she purchased a $2 million home here in Potomac, but you're still in Colorado. So it's like, and you already have Giselle, who doesn't like you, and saying that you only moved here to film the show. So this reunion is going to be so interesting. I have no idea how it's going to go. I would like everybody to come back just because I want to see them play off of Karen, and then we can put the ladies in their respective places, either give them their pink slips after next season or demote. If Angel and Karen don't play well off of Karen next season, then they both should be demoted to friend of. We need to give Ashley a pause and see how that plays out. See how that plays out. I thought this was the season finale. It's not. I think this was supposed to be the season finale, but then with Karen getting out of prison and Wendy and Eddie getting locked up, I think they picked the cameras back up. So I think next episode, I know for sure next episode, that Andy is going to do a sit down with Karen, because at the end of this episode, we saw Karen walking out of prison, giving stud realness, okay? At her nephew's graduation. When they forced him to put on shoes. It's always a graduation, a wedding, or a funeral. Anyway, she got out of prison and then we see this preview of her sitting down with Andy. I think that's what the season finale, the real season finale, is going to be. Andy doing his interview with the Grand Dame, and then follow-up scenes of Eddie and Wendy being locked up in the aftermath of their arrest. My God, next season is going to be good. Let me just say this. A lot of people didn't like this season. I didn't hate it. I thought it was a lot better than their previous seasons. But the way this show has been getting dragged, I'm like, oh, I didn't think it was that bad. They're not Beverly Hills. At least we're getting something. I think that there could have been a greater effort, because I also want to say that Karen is just like, I think it was either, where did I say in my notes? I think it was either Kierna or Tia, but one of them were just like, oh, this was, I wish the ladies would have been a little nicer on Angel, because this was their time to really get to know her. It's the season finale. What do you mean this was their time to really get to know her? That should have been when she first entered into the group. That is the problem. That it's taken what, 16 episodes for Angel to open up? That's not good, guys. Y'all get a little too comfortable and forget that you are at work. This is a job where you are supposed to entertain the audience by bringing your entertaining self to an ensemble cast that you all collectively work with so that you can give us a good product. I feel bad for the last few episodes that Angel has had. She brought some of this mess on herself. The trip was unorganized. She came into this group cold and being Kierna's guard dog and just really never found her footing. And she has to take responsibility for that, not just for Wanderlust. So I'm interested to see next season. I am absolutely, this is the first reunion I've been interested in a very long time, because I'm hoping this reunion can answer some questions, because there are a lot of holes in Angel's trip. I want to know what's going on with the Grand Dame. I want to see if Angel is going to confront Kieran. I want to see if Angel is going to confront Giselle. I want to see if Angel and Wendy have any resolution. And I want to see if Stacey and Jazzy have any resolution. So that's something, right? I actually want to watch the reunion. That's not bad. Anyway, I've talked long enough, ladies and gents. Let's get into the reunion looks. We're going to go through these looks, and then I'm going to hop into the comments. First off, what in the Star Trek is happening here? I thought that this was Karen. Karen had aged herself so much in this dress. You can't touch that mug, though. The girl is stunning. This outfit, this is what you wear at your son's wedding. It was just a little too old for her, in my opinion. Gorgeous girl. I absolutely hated. Oh my God. And let me tell you something. I hate a lot of the housewife reunion looks. This was a travesty. You are such a pretty girl, Jazzy, with a great body. Why would you do this? I can't even begin. Now, this dress probably looks really good in person, but the color is not working. Like, I would have, if you're going to do this, go flesh tone or go all red. Go flesh tone or go all red. This is something that Elle Fanning can wear, or Dakota Fanning, one of them Fannings. This is something that they could wear and it would make sense. This looks so bad. This was like giving Fashion Nova Valentine's Day clearance section. I didn't like it. I'm so sorry, Jazzy. Gorgeous girl, but whoo, my God, today, a mess. Love it. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. I loved everything about this. I could probably do without the puffs, but even with the puffs, I love it. She looks amazing. She looks amazing. I absolutely hate this. What in the Fifth Element? I don't know what's happening. I don't know. Monique, you have officially walked into your auntie era, because this is absolutely something an auntie will wear to like her birthday party or her retirement party. Like, girl, the triangle of it all. And then the garter, is this a garter or is this like an open thigh boot? What is it? What is it? Oh, gorgeous girl. Like, listen, their faces, you can't touch them faces. Their faces are eating. It's the outfit choices. I can't. Look at our little Polly Pocket. This is Stacy. I think it's cute for Stacy. This is a little Polly Pocket Stacy. I love it for her. Absolutely stunning. She ate this. Now the material that's draping, I could do without that, but the way this cuffs her boobs, it gives me Alandria. That green dress that Alandria wore to, what was it? The Golden Globes? One of them award shows. I absolutely, as a big bust girl, I love when a dress is able to properly support huge melons. I loved it. This is a great look on her. And she seems to have lost a bit of weight. She looks cute. She looks really, 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 really cute. The body is bodying. She looks great here. I think this is her best look. I think this is her best look. I don't think Ashley has ever looked better. This is her best look. The red is really doing it for these ladies. They did a good job with this red. The best she's ever looked. The best she's ever looked. And it's a simple dress. But she's never given us anything like this. This is the best she's ever looked. Let me tell you one thing about my girl. She does fraud very well. I saw this and gasped. I said, oh, this is stunning. By far, one of the top Housewives reunion looks. She looks amazing. She's been looking great all season. This, my God, today, she ate this up. She ate this. Now, this is how you scam. This is how you spend your stolen coins. I love it. I love it. If this is how you're going to show up with stolen coins, still some more. Just don't let it be from a charity. Still, I'm fine. I am fine. Rob Tesla. Go, girl. She looks great. Won the night for me. Well, I cannot wait to see what this looks like on camera. Absolutely amazing. Overall, this is their best reunion look for Potomac, in my opinion. This is their best reunion look. I'm excited. I'm excited for this reunion. Let's get into the comments. Hallelujah. We got a super chat from who? Hey, Chantel. Chantel said, Wendy wasn't even this buck when me. That's my girl. You're right. I didn't like it, Wendy. I didn't like it. And maybe you can express that, what happened in the reunion, because this wasn't a good look for you. And it seems like, you and Stacey were able to get past that because y'all boo loving on Instagram, but that wasn't a good look for you. Thank you so much for the super chat, Chantel. Now, guys, I'm going to get to the top of my comments. It's like 600 comments in here, so give me a minute. Give me a minute. I'm scrolling. So while I'm scrolling, I'm gonna let you guys know I'm going to start reviewing 90 Day Fiance again. Because I watched the latest episode. That show is amazeballs. So look out for that. Callie Steve, thank you for the super chat. Callie Steve said, nobody talked about this, but Wendy only received $25K. The remaining $425K claim were rejected or investigated. Guys, our girl may walk. Our girl may walk, and I'm here for it. Thank you so much, Kylie Steve, for the super chat. Scrolling, 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 scrolling. I hear you wanna. Oh shoot! What time is my class? Wait a minute, y'all. I'm supposed to go to the gym tonight. What time is my class? Ooh. Let me hurry up, child. I got to give myself time to get to the gym. I'm locking in. I'm locking in. The day I have a class, y'all put 600 comments in the chat. Thanks a lot, guys. Oh, we're finally at the top. Hey, Miss Brown Sugar, how are you? Callie Steve said, I still think Angel was set up. Callie Steve is weird. It's so many holes in this trip, it doesn't make any sense. I'm just like, why is Angel driving? Why didn't production pick her up? What is happening? Hey, Nikki. Nikki said, I'm on time. I'm excited. Hey, Nikki and Mama Star. Hey, my love. Eva Empathy said, hey, Nikki. Hey, Star fam. Happy Monday, y'all. If Angel would have stayed at the hotel, none of this would have happened. I hate the fact that Giselle was right. I hate that for Angel. I was like, damn, she got a point. She got a point. I hate that for you, sis. Nikki, I would happen to agree. She doesn't like them. And that's okay. Don't be on the show. If you don't like them, don't do the show. Hey, Spency. Spency said, hey, Nikki and Star Pam, I'm excited to hear the tea. Yes. Yes. Hey, Rocky. Rocky said, hey, Nikki, hey, Star Fam, did you all see the clip of Karen coming home? Next season, she needs to create a program for women in the prison system, or maybe something like T.S. Madison's Starter House. I don't know if Karen has the capacity for that, but I will say one thing the housewives have showed us is that there is so much compassion in a woman's prison. They, all of them, from Teresa on, they all have been taken care of so well in there. And they all talk about how everybody really supported each other in there. Karen was talking about how, you know, her fellow prison sisters did her hair, and they were also supportive of her. And that's one thing they have shown. There is true sisterhood in prison. OCM said, I don't want Karen back on my screen. Nikki said, I saw it. We'll see what Karen does, child. We'll see. Here's the thing. She has a story. She got a good storyline. And if she takes full responsibility, she can bounce back. But if she's on the blaming everybody else and saying that she wasn't drunk and saying that she was framed, well, you're going to lose any momentum you would have had. Reddy said, I don't have as much space for Karen. I may be the only one. Oh, no, you're not alone. Reddy Boop said, Grace, LOL, not space. Listen, you are not alone. Lies Legally said, I must admit that I want Karen to take another year off to adjust. I happen to agree with you. I think she should. Hey, Joe. Joe said that everyone see Candace's Arby's commercial. No, I didn't. She's really having a great post-housewife career. I'm still not eating at Arby's, though. Oh, yeah. I knew that Candace was going to do great. Even when Candace was on The Real Housewives of Potomac, she was doing great. Candace is a really good actor, Joe. She's a really good actor. She sings, but for me, I think that she acts better than she sings. That's just my opinion. I think she eats more there, but her passion is singing. But I've always said that out of all the housewives, she could be the most successful one career, if she, career pivoting wise. It could absolutely be Candace. Liza Gali said, Nikki, I'm locked in on January. No time to waste in the year of 2026. We build it. Amen. I'm just so confused with the days. I didn't know it was Monday. Hannah said, I hope Karen really changed and admit that she has an issue with alcohol. Me too. Um, Ashley said, I wish the girls would have really made something out of being stuck at the gas station with the taco trucks. Like, OMG, be fun. Y'all are not that bougie. I will say there was a scene where they were all singing about how terrible the trip was on at the piano that was in their suite. I love that scene because I love seeing them have fun. And that's what Potomac is missing. Potomac is missing the fun. And I think what's about to happen is that the fun is about to go back to Atlanta. Because the way Bravo is promoting, like every time there's any like Bravo content coming out of Peacock's or Bravo's pages or NBC, it's Nene, Portia, and Phaedra. I think the joy and fun is about to come back to Atlanta. And I think Atlanta might be doing some numbers again. And I think that's when everybody's going to start scrambling and realizing they need to pivot to joy. That was so fun watching them at the piano. We want to see y'all have a good time, guys. We don't want the shade all the time. We prefer 90% fun, 10% shade. That's it. We just want y'all to have fun together. Please get it together. I agree. Eva said they should have just had the trip in Aspen and kept it moving. I absolutely agree. Oh, you were? It's good. I really like it. So thank you. Great minds do think alike. We're working on it, Callie Steve. We're working on it. Listen, Chanel, I had the jerk chicken patty. They changed the formula. It was not the same. It was not. I don't know what they did. They changed that formula up. C. Graham said, my top faves are Shirley Temple Crisp Apple Ginger Ale. I love them. I love most of them, to be honest. Yeah, they're good. Lisley Galloway said, Angel was taken advantage of in that moment. Angel was taking advantage of that moment. She wanted to get her business off the ground. I commend her, but she didn't want to be around those ladies anymore. And she had to, which affected the trip. That's what I think happened. I think if Angel really liked them and wanted to be around them, I don't think this would have been as hard and as difficult. But also, I feel like production is behind this as well. This is just weird, guys. It's very, very weird that she had no help from them whatsoever. Yeah, it's going to be up there as one of the worst housewives trips. This was bad. I did not know that they really did not have water like that. The way they all kept on talking about how much they bathed, and they were so happy. They spent the entire day talking about how happy they are to have water and to bathe. Monique was like, look at my skin. It's glowing. Chazzy was like, I took 3 showers and a bath. They were going through it. Why would she let somebody ping her a location that she's supposed to be hosting? And why do you have one GPS? I would have several. And I would have left earlier than the ladies. Oh my goodness. Reddy said her having an addiction isn't even the problem. The problem is that she chooses to get behind the wheel. Absolutely. Absolutely. C. Graham, I don't know why she used coordinates. It didn't make any sense. I said, coordinates? Girl, you're bound to get lost. You're bound to get lost. Jazzy said, I'm sorry, I don't feel bad. She's a terrible host. It's like she sent them on a trip and she was just going home. Like, girl, you signed up for a show. True. Altavina said, the only thing I expect from Kieran is to serve face. Beautiful nut. A beautiful nut. But defending her friend Angel, oh baby, not happening at all. At all. Ephraim said, Kieran really disappointed me. She never steps in with the ladies in the moment. Nope. But Angel does. Lisley Galloway said, after seeing that Angel employs ambiguous Black folks in the state of Colorado, made me really dislike how Giselle spearheaded the unambiguous Black folks in the state of Colorado. Made me really dislike how Giselle spearheaded the tarnishing of Angel's brand. Oh, she's going to recover. She's going to, guys, I'm taking that trip. I'm going to get that chantilly cream brown, but whatever that is, I'm going to get it. Them smothered greens. True, girl, I'm going. I'm going. Altavina said, I do feel like Angel was trying the location thing. Seems like she was following someone's pin drop location, which moves as a person does. You are right. That is probably what happened. Poor thing. Reddy said production was responsible for their accommodations. Angel may have been bad at planning, but it wasn't all her fault. And even if it was, Giselle shouldn't speak like that to anybody. Absolutely. Guys, there is help. There is help. I don't know why they didn't help her. It's weird. Jazzy says she literally wasted everybody's time. Like, girl, you should have just went to Colorado or home. Elsa said, but poor Angel, she tried. But I would have been pissed, like, girl, stop playing with my damn time. I got a flight to catch. I'm telling you, when she lost Tia, I said, oh, this is bad. This is bad. Jazzy said, it's like if I invited you to my city, then said, hey, y'all, I'll see you at dinner. Figure out how to have fun while I'm busy. Yeah, and I think that was the issue. Like the way that Giselle kept on reiterating, if we were all together, that lets me know that that is a conversation that production is having. And that is an issue. Altavina said, Nikki, I do think that Angel watched the show back because now she has a very different view of Ashley and Giselle. So that made me think she's done her work. Oh, okay. I was not aware of that. I hope she does. I hope she does. Oh, she would have shut Giselle down immediately. She would have been like, okay, neck. She's sorry. That's why I didn't like Candace. Candace was not a follower. Candace was not a follower. She was her own leader, and y'all could not tell her what to do. Missed her on the show. Hey, Love Like You Are. Love Like You Are said Giselle gets one good trip using Karen's salary, mind you, and now she thinks she's a trip advisor. You are right about that because if all of them come back, those trips are going to be domestic again. Miss Brown Sugar said she gave half-hearted support in the confessionals. In the words of Gizzard, too late, Kay, too late. Ephraim said, thank you, Nikki. I hate that she destroyed the chance at making friends with them in an effort to defend Kay, and she got nothing for it. That's what I want her to see. That's what I want her to see. Jazzy said, I was interested in her business when she first came on. As the season progressed and seeing this trip, no thank you. Give her another shot. Miss Brown Sugar said, let me just say, I do know some dope, well-rounded friends who grew up in Jack and Jill, but I have met some Jack and Jill parents that are some doozies. Yeah, I saw that website and I was like, I'm good. I'm good. Yeah, but I was looking at the one in LA, CM. I know. I actually know about Jack and Jill. I got like most of my information about Jack and Jill from Brooke Ashley. Just John said there are many Brown members, including LA. Brown, okay, dark. The majority of us are dark. How is everybody light on that website? That's their calling card. Whole website. I said, what? This ain't for me, Spency. See, yeah, it's probably, I need to probably join the East Coast one. Oh, okay. Just John said the East Coast is full blown of Jack and Jill moms. I'm not only a Brown member, but a 3-time president. Let us know. Let us know. If see, I might have to do the East Coast one or the South. Because I know there's plenty of people that look like me in the Atlanta one. Lai said you need to find Deborah and Deborah and Dan. What is that? What's Deborah and Dan? That's what I want to do. I want to get into like a black, societal club. Just to see. I don't know if I'll stay. I just want to see. I just want to see. What's that? Is this a real thing? I hope you're not leading me to no smut. Miss Brown Sugar said the folks I know who grew up in Jack and Jill are very Hugh. I don't know that that was always the case, but at least the people I know who are in their early 40s now are deeply melanated in Jack and Jill families. We'll see, guys. Or maybe I'll start my own. Maybe I'll start my own. I don't know what I'll call it. What will I call it? The Harriet Turners. Who knows? We'll see. We'll flush out the names. Hey, Dr. Jen said a lot of my sorors are also Jack and Jill members, and they are dark skinned and brown. DMV, it's based on who you know, if we're being honest. True. True. Oh, I like that you guys are connecting. The sorors are connected in the comments. Yes. Yes. NC said Angel can deny it all she wants, but she's definitely not going after G due to colorism. She's probably not conscious of it. That could be true, but she holds G in a higher regard. Because she's a light skinned woman. Oh, you know what? It could be. I have no idea. They recruited my sister, not me. I go to the stuff that she get invited to. You're right. Nadine Nubian said if Angel had been better towards Wendy, Wendy would have had her back. If she just would have came in neutral and been like, Kiara's issues is Kiara's issues, she would have had a much better season. Miss Brown Sugar said, and none of the press statements Angel has made improves the situation. I agree. It does. It don't matter how much you spent when no one can take advantage of the amenities. Absolutely. Absolutely. CM said, I just want to know how contractually they allow themselves to be in a home without running water. Here's the thing. I think it's because they were so far away, guys. Angel had them in the boonies. They were like 2 hours from everything. So probably when they were just like, finally, we're not doing this anymore, we're leaving, they probably had to wait until the morning. Because who the hell want to be driving 2 hours in the Rocky Mountains in the nighttime? So they probably were in that situation for, 24 hours or so. Poliver Girl said, I'm only sorry for Angel because of her mixing her business into this damn trip. That's going to be horrible. Well, all of the ladies do it, right? I think that Angel shouldn't have been given a trip her first season. I don't know does this happen often? This feels very foreign to me. Has a newbie ever hosted a trip on a season before their first season? I'm not sure about that. Let me know, y'all. It was weird for her to host a trip of this magnitude, in my opinion. Jazzy said, my understanding of Jack and Jill was either you're a parent or a child that is allowed into the org. Never thought you could join as an adult, much like joining. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I do not know. And honestly, LA could be very different. Let me get out of them Jack and Jill streets. I only know about the Harriet Turners because that's the organization I'm starting. NC said, based on the map and the timing that they gave us on the show, even if everyone made it to the excursion on time, they still wouldn't have had enough time to get to the airport. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked. Lies Legality said Angel kept putting luxury in front of everything about her business when fly fishing costs a little over $100 and less if you own a canoe and fishing rods. See, listen. If my Black American King want to go do that, he could go do that. I'll probably sit there cute posted, watching him do that. But that just is not something for me. I mean, no shade. Again, I've never done it. So it could be luxury, but I don't see fly fishing and think luxury. but I'm not a Coloradian, so maybe that is luxury. Yeah, that's the thing. I want this. That's why I want this reunion stuff, people. Because some people said, "How did production let them stay like that?" I have questions. How was this trip able to go down like that? It's so weird. Um, Miss Brown Sugar said, and why was it ever the move to go fly fishing after they checked out of their accommodations, but before their flight? So I'm supposed to roll up to Denver. That is another thing. I'm like, Angel, fly fishing and then hop on a flight? It should have been breakfast. It should have been breakfast, and that's it. That's it. It's too much. It's too much. Lai said, I have an issue with people starting luxury businesses on everyday activities. I feel for Angel. I want Black people who employ Black people in business to succeed, but I see through the facade. Our girl can recover. This was a hard lesson. I hate that her first commercial ended up like this, but this is a lesson to be learned, and I think she can only go up from here. Simone said, I was low-key expecting the website to be shut down. It's not, and we're going, guys. We are going. I agree with you, Polymer Girl. Polymer Girl said, to be honest, someone like Monique should have started this business because she's actually very outdoorsy and type A. I agree. I think Monique would have killed this if this was her trip. Angel, to me, does not seem like the outdoorsy type. Now, Bob does, but I don't get fly fishing outdoorsy girl from Angel. She just didn't give that to me from what we have seen from the season. I think Monique would have ate that up. I think Monique would have ate that up. He perfectly said, loving the deep dive into Angel's business. I'm glad I did it because I actually am interested. I'm actually interested. So I see that. So I hope I answered all your questions about the pricing and everything. I did not know that he was a chef. Was that mentioned on the show? Have we ever seen him cooking? They need me. Angel and Bob, y'all need me to help y'all next season. If you're going to be on next season and y'all want to advertise your business, let me help y'all. Because why wasn't I would have had them film at my house several times and have Bob cook for them every time. But Angel, you messed it up for yourself because you told Bob everything you didn't like about them ladies. So every time he came around them ladies, he was very standoffish and cold because he did not like them because you don't like them. I will be there, Dr. Jen. I am going. I am going, but I'm staying at the Four Seasons. So we got to figure that out. Yeah, I'm looking during the summer, like in May. I'm done with the cold, and I'm not even on the East Coast, but I'm tired. I'm tired because like LA is a mountainous area, and like especially where I live, you could walk to the mountains. And let me tell you something: it'd be hot during the day, but when that cool air come down from the mountains, woohoo, shiver me timbers. So if I'm gonna go into the mountains, I want to go when it's warm. Yeah, she has a good business, Dr. Jen. That was a terrible commercial. Yeah, now they gotta take out the Chat GPT. We didn't need all of that. It just didn't sound authentic because at the end of the day, I'm not saying that y'all gotta speak in Ebonics, but this is a Black business, and it seems like you're marketing to Black people or some Black people with white partners. Who knows? But if you're talking to us, you could talk to us professionally. The writing was a little off. A little off. Eva said, NikkiStar and Wanderlust blogging experience extravaganza. Let's do it. Jazzy said, yeah, I guess that's what she did in the episode with the girls in the early episodes. They were bored. If she would have planned this out properly, she could have had some. Because this actually is not bad. Liza Gali said, Nikki Angel has been forcing the ladies to meditate in group talk all season at the annoyance. At the annoyance of Stacey and Giselle. Here's the thing. Again, Angel needs to be the face of this business. Leading meditation, I don't think that's for you. Let the Chicana girl, the indigenous Chicana girl, let her just do all of them. You just need to be like, hi ladies, thank you so much for coming. This is what we are doing. Today I'm going to hop in and hop out because I'm still nursing or something, and I'll see you at the hike or something like that, and let everybody else do the rest. Because now that you're on TV, you're going to have to show up to some of these things because people are going to be paying for that as well. Don't raise them prices. Let me get my stuff first. The trips. Polymer Girl said on the after show, Angel said the experience doesn't include lodging. Well, thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. I'm going to look it up. When I get off of here with y'all, I'm going to look it up because I want to see how far the Four Seasons is from the. I'm going to that dinner, y'all. $250 for all that food. Oh, I'm going. That's appetizers at Ruth Chris. Maybe towel. Mm-hmm. Oh, y'all not convinced. Asia, so you're not convinced you're not going to go? I'm going to be the secret shopper, Jazzy. Miss Brown-Sugar said, but if rich people are signing up because they got nothing better to do, then fine by me. Make that money. Go. But again, I was off with the pricing, y'all. So Nemo said she definitely can recover. She would be promoting like crazy to challenge her narrative, the narrative presented on the Housewives without saying anything explicitly referencing the show. She can recover. Listen, Eva says, just remember, Nikki, you have to have your own lodging. That's fine. She can't do lodging. Lodging is not her ministry, and that is okay. I will get my own lodging, and I will get my own Toyota truck. What is it? Is it Toyota? Like a rock. Oh, like a rock. Is that Toyota? I think that's Toyota. Listen, Polymer Girl said, I don't know, Nikki. Angel seems to do a good talk, but this trip with the gal shows she doesn't know anything about this. I'm not hopping on no horseback, and I'm not fly fishing. I'm going to eat that 9-course meal by Chef Bobby. That's what I'm going. The food sold me. Now they know what they're doing with the food. Lodging, excursions, they cooking, they got me. I will be going to that. Jazzy said, they're all talk. I'll wait until the reviews come in. TikTok with the customers stuck on the side. I know Angel is not picking me up or dropping me off, and she is not getting me lodging. I don't trust her with that, and she don't provide that. I will do that. It's fine. Nadi said, I figured out Bobby. He's probably high. LOL. I noticed in the scene when Angel was talking about the sleepover, he had a lighter. He doesn't give me a cigarette smoker. His eyes always look hazy. Well, you know what? How LA of him. How LA of him. Oh, yeah, he was a little cutie, wasn't he? That big African American nose. Yeah. Brunswick 86 said, Brunswick Boy 86, what's up? So we probably would have met all of these people had the ladies made it to the fly fishing. Probably would have met Austin. Oh, man. The website looks good. Oh, this is bad. Liza Galley said, I think we misunderstood the men having stoic faces and being unresponsive to the women. They're saying they filmed that scene more than 3 times and the men stopped playing ball. That I can understand. Nikki said, I call sabotage. Something is up because what Angel is offering does not look Bad. I will say this. Real chefs don't like you calling yourself a chef without actually putting in the work. I play with that Chef-Star thing, but I won't really like legitimize that anywhere. So Bobby, are you a chef or are you not? Because this is the thing. Why did we see you cook? Right? Now I'm concerned. Now I'm concerned. Jess John has said, I read that production had a lot to do with the mess on the show, deliberately setting things up like two houses for drama. That's what I need. I need clarity on that. The two houses was a nightmare. Yeah. SD, that's me. TV said, driving through the mountains with no GPS, too high up. This just was all poorly planned. It just did not, none of it makes sense. None of it makes sense. Got that. I got that. Paloma Girl said, I have a different take. Wendy is trying hard to keep Stacey as an ally, and she wants to eliminate any bombs the mean girls can use. It's strategy, but I think Wendy and Stacey are friends now. Oh, yeah, they're good. They're absolutely good. I was just saying that I could see everybody's point of view in that argument, and Stacey's my girl, but that argument would have never happened had she not covered Jazzy out of nowhere. Miss Brown Sugar said, that's true. Once the reservation is set, you better show up. But if Stacey had not RSVP'd, then it sucks. But it is what it is. Very, very true. It came out of nowhere and it shocked Jazzy. Jazzy was like, what are you talking about? If you're listening to this, I keep on forgetting. If you guys are listening to this podcast way, Love Like You Are said, I think Stacey pulled that phone recording thing out of her behind. It came out of left field for me. From what I saw, Stacey, just could not justify any of your actions towards Jazzy. It was weird. NC said, Wendy is saying Stacey is not being authentic because she's trying to portray perfection was projection at its finest. It's already come back to bite her. Ooh! Nikki gave Ashley a bunch of tomatoes. Miss Brown Sugar said, Monique wants to act so deep, but she keeps showing up goofy every time. Absolutely agree. Like, what are you doing? You keep on listening to these ladies. They lied to you last time. Just John said, Monique's reunion outfit has already told me that this reunion appearance is going to be a fool because she looks a whole fool. The outfits just made no sense. Miss Brown Sugar says she's going to spend all her time arguing with the wrong people. Yep. Ashley and Giselle were her ops then, and they're her ops now, setting Monique up for a big explosion. Absolutely. She should have clocked them when she first came in and saw how they were egging her on because they wanted her to be violent towards Stacey. Yet you're in the car cackling with them. They are not your friends. They are your ops. Love Like You Are said the way Ashley flinched when Monique said that she didn't tell her that, she thought Rock'em Sock'em Mo was going to rip her behind up. Child, don't play with Mo. Callie said, Ashley is desperate and will throw anything out there and hope it lands. Yeah. That's why she needs to be demoted. It's like, you've given us nothing for so long. It's time. It's time. It's time. NC said, Monique's been letting Ashley put in her face for years. Remember in the earlier seasons when Ashley accused Monique of drinking and driving? Also, she started the rift. Yeah. And Monique still got an issue with Candace over that. And I'm like, did you watch? That's the thing. They don't watch the season. Watch the season, girl. You were played like a fiddle. But she admitted it. Remember she was doing that crying to her pastor? She admitted that Giselle played her. And then she came back and was going after her with the binders. But the fact that she still had any beef with Candace was ridiculous to me. Brunswick Boy said the fact that the business name is Wonderland and Nikki. Oh, it's not Wanderlust? Sorry. I'm sorry. The food looks delicious, Pink Petals. The food looks delicious. Yorotska said, OMG, not everybody live at the same time. Funky done doxed himself on live. What? Mercury is in micro braids. Miss Brown Sugar said, but when were they going to have time to fish? Like, seriously, was the fly fishing going to be a photo op? Maybe. And I think that's probably why she still wanted them to go there, knowing that they won't be able to properly fly fish, but to get some footage. Maybe that's what she wanted. Here's the thing. I think if Angel would have hosted this event, this, trip, like she hosts her Wonderland trips, and not set it up like it's a commercial, it probably would have went better. But I think she was trying to get footage for her business from these celebrity clients, and it just didn't work out. I think she should have just done it how she normally does it and just let it play out however it played out. But I think she was treating this like a commercial, which it is, but I think that didn't work in her favor. All that time driving, no water, very minimal places to go to the bathroom because they're in the mountains, no time to really do anything. Everything is rushed. It's just unfortunate. NC said, my girl Wendy took me off this episode. She didn't even come at Mia like that when she was assaulted. Instead, she apologized to Mia. I don't like how they pick on Stacey because she's low-hanging fruit. Yep. I cannot, Ready Boop said, I cannot stand a group mentality, and I am right there with you. Love Like You Are said, baby Angel was shaking and holding that steering wheel. Me too. Here's the thing. Crying already gets me. But when people do like the shaking, quivering voice cry, and she was just like, I know I take full responsibility. I said, oh, Angel, pull over. First of all, Kiana and Tia make no damn sense to me. Seeing that the driver is distraught, I would have said, girl, pull over. Get this cry out first because we're lost, you're rushing, and you are overwhelmed. Pull over. We're already late. Pull over, girl. Pull over. Because, can you see clearly? You doing all this crying, your mascara and lashes is up, slipping down your face. Pull over. Don't be driving me like that. Callie C said, in the real world, your friends step up instead of attacking the host. Was she high? Something was going on with her. I hope she explains why she was crying the whole trip. I don't know what's going on. What's going on with you? Is it the altitude? Every day it's the altitude. She was so weird this trip. Hey, Nikki said Colorado is beautiful and Denver is the fun city. Oh, here is the thing. This should have been, she should have also figured out what was it going to be. Was it going to be a trip with events, or was it going to be a relaxation spa getaway kind of trip? I think that's the problem. I think she also tried to advertise everything that Wonderland does when she should have just focused on one theme, and that would have taken away some of the confusion. Oh, we're trying to help, Angel. We're trying to help. Well, yeah, Love Like You Are said it's so funny that Stacey's the only one supporting Wendy after Frogate. They are very close. So they moved past that really quick. Really, really, really quick. Hey, so Steph, thank you for being here. Europska said, I understand Jazzy being irritated, but I thought Jazzy was full of it when she started crying. Jazzy is very emotional. Her emotions are all over the place. She's not pregnant, because I was going to say, is she pregnant? But I saw that dress. Jazzy, her emotions are just like, I told you, she go from 0 to 100 real quick. There's no in between with her. Hannah said the group is broken. Their energies, especially Giselle and Megamind, are dark. You went in the crates for that one. Megamind. Live Legality said, yo, these women drove for hours, ate, cussed each other out, and made up while Angel T and Kate were still driving through the mountains looking for Wonderland. I'm telling you, when Tia broke, I knew this trip was a nightmare. Angel, I couldn't do it. To be sitting in a car for hours when it's supposed to be a girls' trip, I had to agree with Giselle. Giselle was like, we've been traveling the whole time. We had no time to have fun. And she's right. And she's right. This was bad. Poliver Girl said, to be fair, Wendy tried in the car with just the three of them. Jazzy brought it up to the group. I don't blame her because she wants a spot flute. Yeah, Wendy did. And Wendy was trying to let her know, like, listen, we're your girls. We are ride or dies, and you need this. This is what's going to help you through this. So don't come at the people riding for you. And I get where she was coming from. She just threw me off with the bucking up at Stacey. I'm just like, I didn't think that there was anything that happened to make her in that car at that moment to make her react that way, especially when we've never seen her react like that to any other housewife. It was icky, Wendy. It was icky. So Steph said Wendy couldn't wait to try and put Stacey in her place and threw their friendship in her face like she is doing Stacey a favor. Well, listen, Stacey from Detroit came out because Stacey was just like, don't talk to me like that, honey. And she got her little carry on and she said, no, I will not be in the car with you. Absolutely. My friends don't talk to me like that. Joe said, Wendy would really have to tread careful around me if I were Stacey because I'll let you slide with that. When you and Eddie pulled at that reunion with T. Oh, you're right. Yeah, Wendy. It's not looking good, sis. Love Like You Are said the way Jazzy is going off on a Bird app because people said that they didn't like her reunion dress. She's talking about, you know what the thing is, Jazzy, you got to pack it up. Here's the thing. Because you are trying to portray a life to the audience that nobody believes. Pack it up. Pack it up. Like nobody believes this, that you have this life that you are trying to portray. Now, no, we're not saying that you don't have money and, a fine baller husband. Nobody's denying you that. But this act that you were doing, this very upper echelon lady who lunches act, nobody's buying it because no shade. If you was this upper echelon lady, that husband would have never been a choice. That man, we know what kind of man he is. And we know what kind of woman you got to be to get him and maintain him. Please stop playing with us, Jazzy. We know who you are. We know who you are. F-Tenny, I ain't want to say it. I saw that. I said, oh, I get this lady's relationship with this mother. I understand who she is. All the pieces were put together in that moment. I do not remember that lady at all. She looked just like her though. She really is a perfect mixture of her parents. Miss Brown Sugar said, I'm hoping by the reunion that a few of these ladies realized they were really tripping out on Stacey for nothing because they still can't explain where everyone was coming after her. But, oh yeah, Carmen got, oh, here it is. But let everyone else lie about them and lie on them, but that's not forgiven. I think it's envy. Stacey's the fan favorite, and they didn't want it to be. These ladies hate when somebody that they want to oust out of the show becomes the favorite and becomes untouchable. So I'm interested to see how they're going to play against her next season because Stacey's coming back. Listen, I feel like nobody else has gotten their contract. I think Stacey got her contract in this season. They'd be a fool to let her go. Yeah, they absolutely think that Stacey is an easy target, but they think that Stacey is an easy target because Stacey just lets it roll off her shoulder. She doesn't allow their negativity to harm her in any kind of way. And because of that, they think that she's afraid of them. No, she doesn't value you. That's the thing. She's not checking for you. You don't intimidate her, but you use her aloofness to mean that she's scared of you. Absolutely not. Yep, have your affairs in order and have the tough conversations right now, Miss Brown Sugar. You are right. Ooh. So Stuff says Stacy said Karen and Wendy at the reunion was brutal to her, or was Karen and Wendy at the reunion brutal to each other? Or was Karen and Wendy their own segments brutal? This is going to be a good reunion. This is going to be a good reunion. She has no other choice, Hannah. Hannah said Karen better fully admit her wrong. She has no other choice. She has no other choice. Listen, she came out locked up. They won't let me out. I said, oh, you was in the trenches. You was in the trenches. You was running that yard. You was running that yard. Ready Boot said she never liked Wendy and Wendy still had her back. So I have no tolerance for her going at Wendy. I hope not. I hope that I don't think that's going to happen. Because I mean, what issues would y'all have? Especially with Wendy. I think that Wendy's going to be so caught up in what's going on with her. I don't know. I don't think they're going to go after each other. Polymer Girl said, knowing Karen, if she comes back, she's going to back all the girls Gizzy hates. Watch out, Wendy. Hannah says, in the first 5 minutes of the next episode, Karen says the women they use their braid hair to braid her hair. I know. It's a little, but I thought that was cute. Reddy said, I've never fallen for Karen's act. Maybe that's why I'm so annoyed with how much people give her. Listen, she is a staple on this show. She's a staple. She's an iconic character on this show. See, So Staff. She said, I didn't like the season. It was horrible, hard to watch, not funny. Stovepipe leg strikes again. Hey, Dare Show Podcast. And I think Angel is coming back. She ain't going out like this. I want them all to come back because I want to see how they all play out together. I think next season should be the season where Bravo trims the fat. Like, if you are not showing up, you got to go. Because they can have a really good show. Because they're going to be competing with Atlanta. All the shows are going to be competing with Atlanta. And I think Atlanta is going to bring it. I think all the ladies have put their egos aside. And I think they're going to come to work. I think they know what we need and they will deliver. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Miss Brown Sugar said there's a clip of Karen returning home from jail where apparently the young ladies took out their extensions to put those braids in Karen's hair. On one hand, that's sweet. On the other, that's prison. That's prison. That's why, listen. I know when to shut up. I cannot do it. I cannot do prison. Chantel said the season started off cool, but the bullying is making it hard to watch. I absolutely agree. Princess said, I don't typically mind Karen, but she's constantly funny acting. I reminded how she went to HR on Candace, who gave her a mother title. Thank you for bringing that up, Princess. You are right. You are right. All for her to get humbled. All for her to get humbled in later seasons. You can't win playing dirty. You can't win. Shutter Girl said, we put too much pressure on the first-time housewife. Angel did more her first season than Ashley has in Sevens. When you're right, you're right. When you're right, you're right. Hey, Ken! How are you? Ken said, I think I'm tired of Giselle and Ashley with their lack of personal storyline and the dog piling all the other cast members. Everyone is being fake. They need Karen and Candace. I agree. The Dare Show podcast said the next season could give OG Atlanta, New York, and BH rostered 9 girls. They got to deliver. They have to. FTD said, according to Stacey, Wendy and Karen's interaction, That's what I think is going to happen. Damn, that's sad. So Steph said people want Angel to be condemned for this trip, but we have her to, and but we have had to endure Giselle and Forehead for 10 years. Listen, remember in earlier seasons of Potomac where all of their trips were at plantations, and I was just like, this is weird. Why are all of your luxury trips at plantations? Absolutely not. Ken said, I would like to see Karen and Wendy next season. Yeah, absolutely. I think they're going to lead. They're both going to be first chair. So I think their storylines are going to lead next season. Well, Shutter Girl said, I think that Kay's look will probably look better when she is seated because Kay's face will be doing the work. That's the thing. She brown skinned Giselle. A beautiful woman could wear anything because she is stunning. That's our claim to fame. But that's what happens with those wags. That's why a lot of them do not do well on Housewives because your husband doesn't matter here. In Housewives world, the woman is the star. The husband he plays second fiddle to the wife. In their wag world, the man is the star of the show. So they have a really hard time adjusting to Housewives. Ryan said Jazzy's dress would look better if the pink was either red or darker pink. I feel like it was closer to her flesh, her skin color. It might have worked, but it just, especially when everybody's in red and you're in this light pink dress with red roses. That don't make sense. That don't make sense. Absolutely giving Kojic first lady, Ken. Kojic first lady. Miss Brown Sugar said Karen looks great and she knew it. That's a triumphant smile. It is. It really, really is. It looked like a gospel Christmas album cover. Reddy said, I've seen people try to say that it was not bullying. It absolutely was. Angel was, these last 3 episodes, Angel was absolutely bullied. Absolutely. Rocky says, somebody recolored Jazzy's dress red on Twitter and it looked, yep. That's what she should have went with. That's what she should have went with. Liza Galilee said, I really like Monique's dress. It's so cool to me. And that's all right, as it should be. As it should be. Ryan said Monique looks like she's cosplaying and going to a Comic-Con or something. She's also giving Star Trek. But again, just like Kiana, beautiful nut. So she can wear anything. Miss Panchika said, I saw Layla Lynn try to AI modify Monique's outfit and she made it much better. And who is sitting next to her with the... She has to sit on the end. She has to sit on the end. Lies Legality said Monique's dress is odd. It's avant-garde. It's very... Miss Brownsugar said, I think we've seen this look on Stacey before. It works. It's nothing special. Yeah, and stick to what works for you. Very smart. In a very upscale way. She looked good. She looked good. Hannah said, can Stacey do something else with her hair? More Afro hairstyles? I don't think that's her. Stacey is very pageant coded. Drag pageant coded. I don't think she would do anything else than that middle part bust down that she does. Oh, Lordy. Child, I have to change my class. Sitting here talking to y'all, child. Don't want to take dance. I don't feel like dance. I do not feel like dance. Because here's the thing. Taking a dance class in LA It's not like taking a dance class anywhere else because everybody's acting like they're auditioning for Janet Jackson. It can't just be fun and like fitness. They all are like coming with their your baseball caps to the side with big hoop earrings and who. And I'm like, I'm just here to lose weight. What are we doing? What are we doing? So I don't know if I want to do dance. We'll see. We will see. Ken said Monique looks like a TLC reject gone wrong. It's like she glued the. That's what it is. I think from the pictures. I want to see what it looks like on camera, but the pictures. Okay, and it was the garter. Oh, what was it? A shoe? It was just a lot going on, Monique. A lot going on. She looked amazing. She looked so beautiful. Love like you are. So beautiful. Princess says Stacey is giving pageant in every look because that's what she is. Definitely a pageant girl. Just Jonda said Tia's look horrible. They have her looking like Ursula from The Little Mermaid. They did her well up to up top, but the rest is awful. Can we talk about Tia, guys? What a strong start. Yikes. Yikes. It is. Lisley Goggles said, Angel's dress is giving madam to me. I run the house. The house doesn't run me. She looks like very beautiful, but also very sensual and like a wealthy way. I like that look. I like that look. Red, Shutter Girl said red is a hard color to pull off. You're absolutely right. So the girls that ate that up, props to them because that is hard. That is hard. Rocky said, y'all hear me out. I like Monique's outfit. Was it appropriate for the event? No, but it hit the theme. The category was wearable art. It was just too literal for the house. See, I didn't even know they had a theme. So if it's wearable art, she got it. She got it. Y'all are not letting up on her. We've seen her in similar looks. I think that this is just the best one. I think this is just the best one. She not only looks great, but she looks her role on the show. She looks good. Whoever she's working with, she needs to stick with them. That was an amazing look. Just Jonathan said Giselle ruined a beautiful dress. Her people altered this Victoria Beckham dress and turned it into a one shoulder. Oh, I thought it came like that. What? You know what? Go ahead, Giselle. Just do what you're gonna do. Do what you're gonna do. Chantel says someone put Giselle's reunion look together. She wears this type of dress all the time. I agree with that. I think we've seen her with this in blue before too. But the hair and the makeup, everything just really, really works well together. Spencer said, Wendy looks stunning. I hope she doesn't go to prison. Me too. Me too. Just John just said, Wendy and Sergio Hudson was made by the gods. That is how you start on the girls and with the black designer, Sergio Hudson. That's the thing. You have to wear clothes by men or women who love women. Sergio Hudson loves women. He especially loves black women. So he is very particular about our bodies, and you could tell. You could tell in his clothing. Oh, Britt Edie Stylist has been styling Wendy. They had Britt looking a fool on Atlanta, but Wendy looks amazing. Wow. Wow. NC said, I'm so glad Wendy went for that bright tomato red as in opposed to burgundy. The color and fabric of the dress looks complement her skin tone perfectly. Plus, she's so photogenic and sickening. Oh, this is one of her best looks. This is one of her best looks. Spitzy said, 90 Day Fiance had me cackling this past episode. Lisa is a hot mess. I was watching it with my mom and my sister, and we were in tears. It's such a good season. Miss Persica said on the side note, when we talk about traders, can we talk about... Listen, I have been following him. I have so many of his... I have a lot of his thread comments, and I also have a clip of an interview that he did that gave more insight into why him and Dorinda did not work out. I need to watch the rest of that podcast because Ron was talking, child. Ron was talking. I think he's going to bring you back when we talk about it. Let me get a couple more, then I'm gonna let y'all get out of here. Ready Boop said, Ron said that some of the other cast members said Dorinda was being extremely disrespectful. That's why no one spoke up when he said what he said to her. I believe it. And he was just also saying that he's going to respect production, but a lot of stuff did not happen the way it was shown. So Steph said he was a jackass for going after a Black woman out the gate, but I saw his wife and it makes sense. Here's the thing. I will rock with you if we didn't have Portia admitting to being a traitor. If he went after Portia out of nowhere, I would be like, Ron, that's weird. But we got the footage of Portia saying it. So he is the only person this season so far that has went with an actual clue. Everybody else is making stuff up. He's the only person that had actual evidence. Everybody else is just making stuff up. So I'm going to give him that. Hey, Alexis. Alexis said Angel splitting the cast meant that production couldn't be split. That's why Karen's remained with the girls and not with her. Notice we only saw her house when the other girls visited. Or they just decided it wasn't smart to do that because the majority of the cast and the OGs are in one place. But they could have gotten much better footage had everybody been together. And they probably relationships could have been mended had they all been together. Callie C said, I think that Candace is living her best life. She is. And I don't think she's going to come back to Potomac. Although we need her. I can, Love Like You Are said, I hope Candace does Dancing with the Stars next. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. Oh, wait. Somebody asked me a question. Oh, shoot. I was just looking at it. I'm going to keep on scrolling until I find it, but I wanted to talk about this one. Creme Brulee said Karen has a whole episode to herself. She is the face of this show. She is. You saw the reception she got at BravoCon. This show ain't parting with her. Tifa said, did you see the preview for America's Next Top Model documentary airing on Netflix in February? I absolutely did. Spency sent me the clip. Yes, we are going to talk about that. Yes, we are going to talk about that. Spency said, Nikki, I'm finally on season 5 of Real Housewives of Atlanta. Portia and Kenya are on it. I saw in the preview, Kenya likes Apollo a mess. Oh, it gets better. It gets better. Nikki said, if you 90% fun and 10% shade, they're going to have to get rid of Giselle. Agreed. And that just maybe needs to happen. Callie Steve said, I saw a clip where Angel was asked to describe in a few words her castmates. She had nice things to say about Stacey, Mia, Jazzy, and Kay. What is her beef with Wendy? Why are you still beefing with her? It's weird. Alexis said, who plans a fly fishing expedition at 1 p.m. and the girls have flights at 4? Angel, first of all, not even 4. Their flights were at 5, but they're traveling. So you got to get to the airport like 2 hours ahead of time. And they were 2 hours away from the airport. Yeah, they should have done. They should have went to Kimosabi. They should have had breakfast and went to Kimosabi. Social Stuff said Giselle wanted them to be together so they can berate her even more. I think that Giselle was saying that because she was echoing what production was saying. Giselle, like Kyle Richards, is the mouthpiece of production on these shows. They say what production wants them to say. That's why when you have characters like Wendy, we really gravitate to them because they are the voice of the audience. They say what we would say. They pick up things that we would pick up. Giselle is production's mouthpiece. Reddy said, I believe that Ron was a terrible faithful. I don't disagree about the gameplay at all. I was speaking about how people were talking about him as a person. All the faithfuls are terrible this season. You are right. I'm not rooting for the faithfuls at all. At all. I saw that too, So Seth. I was in them comments and I was like, oh, wow. I had no idea. I had no idea. Reddy said, I think I was just getting confused because people were mingling their personal opinions of him and his gameplay, and I was trying to separate them and understand. Yeah, well, we will. There is a lot of reason why he acts the way he's at, why he acts the way he acts. We'll talk about it. We will absolutely talk about it. The Harriet Turners, get ready, get ready. Brunswick boy said Tanya from Real Housewives of Atlanta hosted the Tokyo trip as a first season friend of the show. You know why? Because Tanya actually has money, and that was actually something that she was doing. But that's real crazy that the friend of the show would host the first trip. Interesting. Interesting. Oh my God. No way. Okay. All right. Let's get a few more. I don't know. Brady said, I really hope they let Ashley go. They won't, though. I don't know, guys. I don't know. Nene's back on Bravo. Anything can happen. Alexis says they all can't come back. Where's Karen's salary going to come from? Well, some people are going to have to be dropped down a friend of. And it absolutely needs to be Karen and Angel and Ashley. So drop those three down. Don't bring Sharice back on, please. And the main cast will be Giselle, Stacy, Karen, Wendy. How many friends of can a show have? Because I was going to say drop Monique too. Yeah, some of them friends of can't come back. That's a big cast, guys. Some of them can't come back. Polliver said the only reason I want Angel back is if she had gone through therapy for postpartum. Great husbands don't count. Plus a ton of fam support for kids so she can work and gather Giselle. Agreed. I think if she doesn't come back, she should come back when her children are older. I think that would be better for her. Work on Wanderlust and making that a thing. Give Me Shelter said, I saw a video. Stacey had short hair. Her cut was similar to Tamron Hall. I almost thought it was Hall for a minute. Oh, she will look good with short hair. Lies Legality said, don't delay your life, Nikki. You gave what you can. You must live. You must move. You must vogue. Miss Brown Sugar said, OMG, I can't stand that, Nikki. When I showed up for a hip-hop dance class and all the folks dressed and acted like they were at callbacks, I hate it. I hate it. That's why I don't do, like, I like the dance teacher actually is or was a dancer for Janet Jackson. And I think that's why all of the dancers go to his classes. But I just want to work out. I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that. It's not that I don't care for Tia. I just thought that she was going to have such a great season. She just fell so flat, so quick, and it was jarring for me. It was very, very jarring for me. I should. Hey, K-Dash. K-Dash said Portia played a horrible game. I can't put that on Ryan. Yeah, you know, like he was the only one who was working with clues. Miss Brown Sugar said, oh, I 1,000% believe Dorinda was foul and being a privileged a-hole towards him. It's his comments about everyone else and how he was playing the right way that irked me. I can understand that. So Steph said, remember when Giselle and Wendy sat down and were discussing that Angel didn't graduate? What happened in that storyline? Remember when Ashley and Wendy were in this like salt cave talking about her dad. What happened to that? Like, so much stuff is missing. Like, none of what we saw in the preview is in this season. It was in the trailer. We didn't see any of that. Zerga said Angel dropped the ball, and this is her brand. Tragic. She can recover. She can recover. K Dash said Angel hates that Giselle accepts Wendy. Angel thought she fit in with Giselle's mean girl aesthetic. I think because Angel is playing a wag game with housewives, and they're just not the same. They're just not the same. If anything, wags are looked down upon because you're dependent on the man. These men are not. These women are not. Not all of them. And it's like, honestly, to even get any kind of support from a man is like looked down upon. So she's playing a very different game. Terrible. Reddy said terrible planning. Terrible in my accent. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad. And she got to eat that. And she will. She will. Oh, they both absolutely had to play nice social stuff. That was absolutely production telling them to play nice or get gone. Brunswick boy said, I don't think they would have that many friends. Production and Andy loves Monique, so she probably has a set friend spot next season. Probably. I don't know if it's going to be Jazzy. Something got to happen with Karen and Angel, so we'll see. We will see. Simone said, side note, I saw your post on you on the up shows. You did great in your episode. Thank you so much. It was a really, really fun show. I don't get cast on Black shows at all. I don't know why. Like, I really want, like, I would love for that to just be my career. I would love to just be Black famous. You know what I mean? But I just don't. I don't get cast on Black shows often. No, at all. So, this was huge for me because this is what I've always wanted. So, it was a big deal, and I'm glad that I got to do that. I really, really, it was a fun cast. I enjoyed my time there. I would have hoped to have come back, but this was their final season. So, but we're in the Netflix family, guys. We're in the Netflix family. I'm up next. Just John said, and thank you so much, Simply Simone. Just John said, Portia came on playing housewives, not traitors. True. Her goal was to be the center of attention. Funny how folks conveniently forgot she threw Candace under the bus for no reason, running to Michael. Very true. Thank you for bringing that up. Because when people try to, make her the victim, remember, she was being messy and it backfired. Thank you, so Steph. Here's the thing. I did not know about it. You know how I found out? One of my friends from high school, her sister was watching the show. She texted her and said, hey, ain't that your friend from high school? And so she reached out to me and I was like, oh, it finally aired. So I picked up my phone because I just wanted to see like when, like what was like, if it was like, I wanted to see it online because I wanted to find the clip to reshare. When I got on my phone, all of you guys were like sharing my clip and like hitting me up and tagging me in it. All of my comments, all of my messages were from you guys. And I was like, oh, thank you so much, Star Family. But I didn't know. They didn't reach out to me. And I do not know why. I would have loved to have known. Like other shows prep you and say, hey, your episode is airing there. Like I did something. And they let me know that my episode premiere got pushed back an hour. And I'm like, thank you. So I can be prepared for that. But Netflix doesn't do that. They do not let you know when your episode is coming out. It just comes out. I would love to have a heads up. Thank you, Social Stuff. Social Stuff said you deserve all the opportunities. Wishing you the best. Thank you. Just John said, I was so excited to see you on the up shows. I called my kids in the room. They were excited for mommy's friend, Nikki.Star. That's so sweet. Thank you. Miss Brown Sugar said, let me tell you, I was so thrilled to see you. And there is something about that show. Literally, the cadence of the conversation just hits home. I'm from Cleveland and family in Indiana. So realistic. It was a really good show. Great energy. Mike Epps is hilarious. Like I didn't film any scenes with him, but they film it all on the same stage. So every location is on the same stage. So while we were filming in the market, he was cracking jokes on the set on the same stage though, but he was cracking jokes at the mechanic shop that he runs, and he was just hilarious and fun, and it was just really really chill. And thank you all, thank you so much. Love you guys too. That felt good. I'm not gonna hold you. That felt good. Even said NikkiStar is rising. Yesterday's price is not today's price. Amen. Ethan Empathy said it was a beautiful scene. Nikki made me emotional. Fun fact, thank you. Fun fact about that. Kim Fields started crying. Like we did so many takes, and she was crying, and the director was just like, that's because of you. And I was like, what do you mean? He was just like, because the way I was doing it like different so many times, that he was just like, you're the way you were doing it is affecting her. So he was just like, really really good job. And I said, oh, thank you. Hire me for something else. But it was yeah, it got real a couple of scenes, because we shot that all day, different angles and everything. Reddy said, I hate how we shoot things and then we almost never know when they air. Depends on the project. Yep. I had no idea. I was like, I would have liked to have known. So I could tell people and not look, because first of all, also, I'm from Philly. If you don't tell people something, so you acting brand new. And I'm like, no, I didn't know, guys. My family cannot see me on something and they didn't know about it. Why didn't you tell me? I watched my niece on this, and I'm like, I didn't know. And I'm not being shady. They did not tell me. So Steph said, I would have died meeting the icon Kim Fields. I wanted to be just like her when I was little. She was so sweet. So sweet. She talked to everybody on set. She wasn't any weird energy or anything. Just very kind, constant professional. Loved working with her. Thank you, Robin and Kamiko said, "This is your year." Thank you so much. A legend, and I got to work with a legend. What an honor! Thank you, Just Jonda. Give me to say, great job, Nikki. I love to hear it. Thank you. Everybody said, yes. I love that so much for you, Nikki. You deserve the world. Thank you. Okay, now you're going to make me cry. Running Boop said, that's amazing. I'm glad you had a good time. I know we're going to see you so much more of you soon. Absolutely. Let's pray it's on Netflix. Netflix or ABC? Netflix pays the quickest. ABC pays the most. I want both. Romel said, you did amazing. I pray you get an opportunity on Bravo to read the Potomac. Oh, but listen, guys, we already know that my review channel is going to be a thing of the past when, we upgrade here. I think I'll still do this, but I don't think I could be as candid as, I am now. We'll still be around, but in a different format. Miss Brown Sugar said, meanwhile, if you told them it didn't pan out, they would be clowning you too. Yep. But there's one family member who always sees it before everybody else. That is my Aunt Boopy. My Aunt Boopy sometimes in the chat, no matter what it is, there's a show that I have coming out. I know that she's going to be the first person to see it. I just know. She, for some reason, she is always the person to see my work first, even before me. Sophie Simone said, we're manifested Viola Davis next. Only celebrity I've ever been starstruck in front of. No, her and Angela Bassett. I ran into Angela Bassett at church, and I was like, and she looked at me like, and I was like, oh, hi. She's like, hi, sweetie. Because she's used to that. But I was like, Angela freaking Bassett. She's so much more beautiful in person. My God, today. But Viola Davis, took my breath away, just being in her presence. Miss Brown Sugar said, when Kim said, but you want to come up off that 30, baby, took me out because, again, so natural, such a realistic moment. Yeah, very fun. Very fun. And she added that line in. That was not in there. That was her improvising. I would actually love to do something like that. That would be fun. I would love the bartender Watch What Happens Live. Reddy said, people don't even believe that we don't know sometimes, LOL. I've had the exact experience where people have seen me before. I've seen me. Hate when that happens. I don't even have the choice. Yes. I'm like, I'm sorry. I didn't know. They didn't tell me. Lavender Girl said, you did amazing on that show, Nikki. I need more. Thank you so much. More is coming. More is coming. Dr. Ann Money said, good job, Nikki. So proud of you. Continue shining. Thank you. Just Jonathan said, we will support you no matter how you present your channel. Thank you. I am waiting for your red carpet moment. Me too. Thank you so much. Ramel said, that's amazing. You have family members who support you. Yes. Yes. And it was also so special about my Aunt Poopy. Hope you're in here. She's my grandmother's sister. So when my grandmother passed, she absolutely stepped up and has been there every step of the way in my career, like my grandmother was. So it's always an honor for me that she is the first person to see my work because that was my grandmother. And she really just stepped into that role, and I love her for it. Poliver Girl said, you'll have both, Nikki, the Netflix, NBC, plus your YouTube. Yes. I want all the networks, all the networks. Carmen, it is, hold on, my friend told me. I think it's part 7, season 2, but let me find it. She said it's part 7, episode 2, and the episode is called Save Face. That's how I found out. Thank you. Oh, we like this forever. Thank you, Ready Boo. Nadine said, I remember seeing you on Nobody Wants This. It was a nice surprise. Congrats on your success so far. Thank you. Yes, part 7, episode 2. And we are almost at 3 hours, guys. My God, today. Every time I come on here, I'm like, I'm just going to be an hour. My God, today. But I truly enjoy hanging out with you guys. It's always such a fun time. Such a pleasure. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you all for, just waiting around for me to get back on track. And I really do appreciate that. No matter what, you guys are always here. Waiting for me and just really encouraging and supporting me on this crazy journey. I truly appreciate it. I truly appreciate you stopping by my channel to take out your time with me. Some of you have been on here with me for 3 hours. I love that. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for calling my name in the comments. Or, like anything, any project that I do. Like, I love how you guys, anytime La Crusade posts anything that I do, you guys are in the comments saying we love her and she's the reason why I bought this. That matters. And I absolutely appreciate that. Ramel says, Nikki, promise us you will go live here on your YouTube channel. We absolutely. Listen, as soon as I get off that stage, I'm hopping on here with you guys. Just John just said we will be hosting Golden Globes, NWABC Award, and Emmy parties because you will be nominated. Amen. Amen. And let's manifest. Let's manifest. Thank you. I love you all, and I will see you. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow's Tuesday. Probably around this time, I'm going to do a reality TV chat. You know what? Should it be a Love Island? I'm going to do a Love Island chat because there's a lot of Love Island stuff going on. I'll push my reality TV chat to Thursday. No, I'm not doing that. I absolutely forgot. Me and Arnold are doing a Just Chatting tomorrow. So if I have time, I'll do a Love Island chat after that. But Just Chatting is tomorrow with Arnold because Arnold has some stuff that he wants to talk about. And then I'll probably do 2 reality TV chats on, I'll do a reality TV chat on tomorrow's Tuesday. I'll do a Love Island chat on Wednesday. And a reality TV chat on Thursday. What's going to be Friday? Love at the Lockup. Yeah, we're on it. We're on it. All right, guys. Love you. See. Oh, wait. Hold on. Just Shonda said, who are the OGs that remember when Nikki received the call from a booking? Oh, my God. Was that my first series regular? I think that was my first national commercial. And I have been manifesting that. Oh my God, you guys have been with me for a while. Oh gosh, how many great moments have we lived through together? Robin said, "You're unique, talented, and a true joy for this world." Thank you so much. E for Empathy said, "Thank you, Nikki. See you tomorrow for the Just Chatting with Arnold. Have a great night." Yes. See you tomorrow. Love you all. Wow. Thursday is Traders. Okay, we got it. Tomorrow, Just Chatting with Arnold. Wednesday, reality TV chat. Thursday, Traders. Friday, 11th to Lock Up. I might do a live reality chat or a reality TV chat before 11th to Lock Up. We'll see. It depends on how much time I have, but we'll get it together. Love you all. See you soon. Bye.